There's another Windows update. I'm updating like all my settings, but I haven't updated the bunker one yet. So the bunker one still gets errors whenever there's a Windows update. So
Now I can hear it.
now, yeah, because I just fixed it. So
Oh.
okay, so we're gonna do this again. Welcome to another episode of The Bunker, and when you look on the screen, you will see that there is no McVenom. That's right, because if McVenom was here, she would have started off the stream correctly. But I am running things, which means things are bound to go wrong, and of course, I blame Finn is a real thing. But in the meantime, Delete and I have to behave because McVenom will be here soon. But as I was telling them, Maz and Apex can act a fool because McVenom will not do anything to them. McVenom, yeah. You guys are like McVenom's favorites for tonight, for the next few hours. So you guys can get away with whatever. Yeah, just for the next few hours. She changes. She changes. I don't know what. I'm trying to think what she like. How frequently? What is an analogy on how frequently McVenom changes favorites? I would say like changing underwear, but that's still like once a day, and that's not enough. She changes a lot more than that. Hers is like hourly, and I do not change my underwear every hour. That would be ridiculous. Or somebody needs to learn how to clean better. So I am not one of those. So I'm fine.
Careful, Finn.
What?
Careful, because if Finn is bad, it gets the hose again.
I know. Finn is gonna behave himself because McVenom will be showing up, and then yeah. But yeah. This is yes, Sin. Finn is very new to streaming. He has no clue about streaming. I apologize ahead of time for all the technical difficulties that you will see on this stream, because chances are there will be a lot, because it's Finn. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's Finn, so that's what's gonna happen. So, welcome to The Bunker, your weekly zombie party. And as I was telling Delete, if you're having a zombie party on a Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, you need to make sure that you're staying awake. And what better source of staying awake than caffeine? And when can you get that caffeine? Get it from a place with zombie in the name, Zombie Coffee and Donuts, with 2 locations in Columbia, South Carolina, and Athens, Georgia. And exclamation sponsor in the chat will give you a link to their Facebook pages, and you can go there and order yourself some zombie coffee, a stylish mug like the one Delete was just sporting, and of course the make it your own donut kit, which at some point we are going to get and actually try to make our own donuts. So there you go. All right, so with that, welcome everyone. Now as a fun announcement about something we're going to be doing starting in April, I'm going to let you guys all know. Friday is going to become RSG Zombie Day. It is RSG Zombie Day every Friday, which means there is a full slate of zombie material for you, which includes on Friday mornings on Twitch, I will be streaming a zombie game. Then, in the afternoon, you can expect a zombie-related video to be released on our YouTube channel. And, of course, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time will be The Bunker, where we talk about State of Survival, our zombie game. So, I hope you guys are all ready for the Zombie Fridays. But with that, let's go ahead and introduce everyone on the panel. First off, we have Mr. Delete.
Hello.
And then we have Maz.
Hello.
And then we have Apex Predator.
Howdy.
So, there you go. There is the crew, and Maz will be joining us here soon. So everyone,
You said Maz.
Yeah, Maz is already here.
Maz is already here.
Is joining us extremely soon.
Yes.
Almost to now.
Yes.
Almost in the past.
I know.
Even.
It's like she almost joined us even before I said that. It is impressive. Maz.
Is there also, apparently I'm extremely loud and you're extremely low.
I fixed it.
Oh, well, I'm glad I said something.
Yeah. No, I'm reading the chat. All the audio settings are yeah. So everything should be fine now, I think. I'm checking all the volumes. All the volumes should be better now. So, with that, let's go ahead and Okay, so I'm gonna shout out everybody in the chat first. So first off, we have the sexy wolf right off the bat. Hello, the sexy wolf. He's not just a sexy wolf, by the way. He is the sexy wolf. So that's pretty impressive right there. He is the sexy. Actually, no, he's the minus. There's a minus after the. He's the minus sexy wolf. So hello, the minus sexy wolf. The minus sexy wolf. That is an awesome.
I think
name.
you're reading into that a bit too much, but okay.
Nope, it is the minus sexy wolf. Mm-hmm.
I think it's pronounced feminist.
Feminist?
Feminist. Feminist
Okay.
sexy wolf.
Feminist sexy wolf. There we go. Okay, so feminist sexy wolf is here. Welcome to feminist. Then we have Froggy Ip. Hello, Froggy Ip. How are you doing? Then we have, okay, let me see if I can pronounce this out. Lati Lee. There we go. Hello, Lati Lee. How are you? Then we have Sinrug. How are you, Sinrig? And Sinrig, I think, was a favorite of McVenom at one point, but then lost it like an hour later. So, there. That's just, yeah.
I feel like I'm watching the Key and Peele bit when he's going, hey, Ron. Hey, Ron.
Oh my god. Then we have Talila Ribeiro. Hello, Talila. Who else do we have? We have Maz Kanata here. Wait. Maz is in the chat.
She's gonna be here.
And on the stream.
Maybe it's a different person.
Oh yeah. It has to be a different Maz. That's a different
Inconceivable.
Maz.
There's only one Maz.
Yeah, Maz is on the way.
Somebody made a different Maz name. Hello, imposter Maz Kanata. How are you? And I'm talking to the one in the chat, not the one in the Zoom call. You're the real one, Maz, in the Zoom call, and the one in the chat is going to be called imposter Maz. Okay, just for reference, because now I have to differentiate between the real and the fake Maz, so it's going to get complicated. Okay. I'm glad to have the real Maz here. Fake Maz is the imposter Maz.
I love that you have to
scary.
inform the real Maz that she is the real Maz.
Yes, I do. Because if I just say real Maz, she's going to be like, well, am I the real one or is the other one the
Yeah,
imposter?
see, he knows me like that.
Mm-hmm.
Identity crisis. Whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I'm
It's
clarifying
all very
right off the
sus.
bat.
It's all very sus.
It is. Everything is sus here. It's true. All right, let's see who else we have here. Oh God, we have another fake one too. Okay, so the one in the Zoom chat is the real Delete, and then in the chat we have imposter Delete. So hello, imposter Delete, and he's asking Sin to lay on him. I don't know what's going on there. That's kind of weird. No, that's not. We're not that kind of party stream. I mean, not yet. Maybe farther in. Little alcohol, something. But yeah, no, not off the bat. Hello, Leo. How are you doing, Leo? Glad to have you here. Who else is here?
Don't forget Ronnie K can play.
Yep. Ronnie K is here saying Ronnie is in the house. It is much better at night to be in the house than outside. I'm just going to throw that out there because you don't know what's going to happen in the dark time. So I think that is the smart place to be, Ronnie. So I am glad you are in the house. Yes. It is much better. There's been some bad things that happen up on the street. If you said Ronnie is on the street, then I would be a little more concerned. Because then one, are you walking or are you driving? Two, either way, why are you on your phone? You need to make sure you're paying attention and not like texting and walking. Especially if there are crosswalks. Crosswalks are dangerous. It's true.
Safety tip of the night.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's the first of many to come. It's the first of many to come. All right, so with that, you know what? We have a fun group in chat. We have imposters and everything. You know what we'll do? Let's go ahead and give away the first code for the night. We'll give away the first code of the night right now. So everyone, grab your phones, grab your devices, whatever you play State of Survival with. Remember, stare very intently at the blue-haired hottie that just came onto the Zoom chat, and we're gonna bring up the first code. Okay, so quickly divert your eyes to the banner and then the blue-haired hottie. So you go back and forth. Okay, so everyone get ready. The first code for the night is going to be, can you hear me now? All as one word. Can you hear me now? Everyone go ahead and type it in. I'm typing it
Can
in
hear
now.
you.
Yeah.
What is it?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. And you have to spell the word you. It's not the letter U. So I'll spell it for you guys all one time, and then it's going to be off the screen. So the code is CANYOUHEARMENOW. There you go. That is the code.
Ben, why do you sound like a radio announcer when you say that?
Because you are now, everybody. What tell McVenom? Please tell everybody in the audience what lovely gifts they have won.
If I had a soundboard, I would be playing The Price is Right. Come on down.
So they won 500 biocaps, 1K food, and 1K wood, and one advanced search map.
And there you go. Thank
There you
you
go.
very much, McVenom. And now back to the show.
Totally welcome.
You know what? I'm just gonna hand it over to McVenom. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not here.
No, you guys are doing great. I am late. I'm sorry.
Doing great.
I
I
had-
spent the first minute of the stream on a mute.
I had a event I had to go to, hence the fancy attire and dolled
Looking
up
so
hair.
pretty. You look
Yeah.
so pretty.
She's
It's
lying.
rare.
She dressed up for all of you out there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
hmm
Maz. Hello, lovely
Hello.
Maz.
Be careful.
Hello, lovely.
Why am I
McVenom.
so bright right now?
I don't know.
I'm looking
Because you're
know.
pastier and paler
because you're
Irish
so
than
radiant.
hmm
normal.
You have to be
Well,
careful though. So
Why?
so we have Maz here, right? But the one in the voice in the Zoom call is the real Maz. There's somebody else in the chat. We're calling that one imposter Maz. There's an imposter.
There's an
Maz
imposter Maz.
It is. There's an imposter
No.
Maz Kanata in the chat.
There isn't.
Is there really?
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're just gonna say that. Okay, I got you. I'm
No,
sorry, I'm a
there's
little
an
slow on the
imposter
uptake. I had a
Maz.
couple drinks at dinner.
An
so-
imposter delete too. he
There's an
said.
imposter
Yeah.
delete too. They're in the Zoom call. How can they be in the chat?
Got it.
I'm
Got it.
so confused
Apparently-
if they're actually an imposter or not.
No.
Probably not Apex. You can't really believe anything. Why is this not fitting in my ear? Can't really believe anything that happens on this channel. It's usually obsolete in 2 weeks anyway.
Finn
Well,
can't be trusted. It's just
all
the way
true.
it is. Finn can't be trusted with things.
So, what's new? What is going on? What did I miss? Anything? Not really.
The stream's
Oh,
only
Talk
been
Talk about
live
the game
for
at all yet?
Yeah, we
No.
were just
Saying monologue.
introductions.
Okay,
And who's in the
Let's hear it.
chat?
good.
First
Okay.
code.
Right.
Okay.
And we've
That's where
been
we are?
absolutely crazy.
Okay.
Feminist Sexy Wolf likes posting those eyes. It's the second time he's posted those eyes. Feminist is all about the eyes.
All right. So, let's get to the game. What is new in the game? There's a lot new in the game. So, what else? So, the red gear has now come out, correct? Or it's out in PTR, and now they've put out infographics about how much it's going to cost and stuff, which was interesting. I actually shot Apex that infographic about the cost. What do you think, Apex, about? Do you think it's going to be worth it?
It's not as terrible as I thought the cost was
not.
going to be, because
Not.
I was talking with people that are saying, oh yeah, it's going to be like almost 1,000 of the gold toolboxes to upgrade one piece up to max now from Dominator. And I was like, holy shoot, that's a lot. And
Yeah.
looking at it now, it's like, yeah, it's quite a bit, but it's a bit more doable where it's not going to be like a massive endeavor.
Yeah. So, I mean, Delete, are you going to get it? I mean, that's kind of I have a feeling that you're going to. You always get it. You say you're not going to, but then you do.
No,
You're not going.
I don't know. The game A pissed me off today.
Okay.
We were in a 2-hour facility, right?
Mhm.
And my stats were about 15 to 20% in over attack, greater than the rally I lost. Now, I understand that we didn't have as much plasma as the person we were attacking, but the 20% in overall attack should have been enough to like break it down to like where I should have won. I could see if it was 5% in plasma made a difference, but like 20%, that seems extremely excessive, because then that just diminishes the value of getting the permanent skins and building your overall attack, because those cost a lot more money than being a plasma level. Over time to get those, you've got to be top 10 in an event consistently. And that's an investment. And to just kind of lose that, I was just like, wow. I was like, that I did not see happening. So that was really wonky today. And I was just like, that doesn't make any damn sense. And unfortunately, in our state, I basically have to get it if I want to stay relevant at all. If I want law to stay relevant, I basically have to go red, because the other players in my state will automatically go red. And then, that'll just leave us to where we can't win anything. But then I was trying to win this facility and it was just like, we lost anyway. So I'm like, man, why am I even doing this? I was like, why keep going, on the spend level? Because, to already have a top 1% base in the game, and apparently that's just not good enough in my own state, which is just bonkers. So we'll see. I'm actually downloading the PTR right now to see how much more I would need, because I have a surplus on just about everything, because I've been maxed for a pretty good amount of time. So we'll see how many pieces I can kind of piece together with what I've got already in stock, and then go from there.
That's interesting that you feel that way. I mean, like I see why, but at the same time, I feel like they have decreased the amount that it would take to get there than what we were initially expecting. Like,
yeah, no, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot less. That's for sure. It's definitely a lot less than it was in the original, which is nice. It makes it more attainable. But then who's going to chase it down? Because they're not making the stuff that's already in the game less. And so little people already at that point where they're even considering getting red gear. So, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, it's only going to be obviously a select few that are going to chase it down. The ones that are already max level or close to it, like Apex. I don't know, Maz, what do you think? Are you going to go for it? Maz is pretty high. Maz has got pretty good stats.
But I have
Oz is built.
I have a lot of gold to still go through, so I'm just going to focus on that and see what happens.
Yeah. Like if you get to gold and then you still enjoy playing it, then you'll go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in gold, but I still have a ton left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it looks like it's essential, yeah, I'll have to keep going. But I'm just not there yet. So,
yeah. Well, I won't be red for like years.
You just have to remember your main purpose, Maz. Protect the Durgan.
what?
That's all it's about. It's all about protecting Durgan.
He needs protection.
He does.
From himself.
He
and
really
others.
does.
And McVenom.
From himself.
Because
and
the
others.
one time you let your guard down, she'll kick him. So.
Whatever.
Bless
Aw,
you.
your chair
Bless
squeaked
you.
again.
Aw. It's a double. You got the double noise.
Her sneeze sounds exactly like her chair squeak. It's adorable.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've actually heard your chair squeak besides when you're trying to point it out. So.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a sneeze. Are you
Pretty nice sneeze.
Yeah. Okay. So, the Migo, is it Migo? Finn, can you show your screen? Can you show the game at all?
Let me open it.
So I have to say, I really like the store, the new store. What is it? It's the event store. Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I the only one that has that?
It has
So
what?
I don't see
I don't know
that.
what you're talking about.
It's in the events.
The like swap
Gold
out,
store?
Yeah, no, like
swap out
not
for the
this-
sunglasses.
No,
The
For
time
event.
No
store?
idea.
Are you talking about the time limited store?
yes,
to-
that store.
Oh,
But that has
yeah.
come
Oh, I
here
like that.
before. Yeah, that's not new.
What do
This is the second
Wait a
time.
second.
I think
Wait.
yeah,
Where
this
you
is
have to
the second
turn-
time.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. Wait a damn minute. You mean this has been here before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally
At
remember.
least 2 other times I remember.
Yeah.
What the
I
hell?
thought it was one.
Yeah.
How did I miss this? Was I like out? Was I out of town?
I don't
was
know.
Was it one
They
of my
don't
weeks where I was taking
broadcast it
hiatus?
because I like stumbled on it the first time. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Is it's
It's
you know
like
they
the
really
only
good.
other place
advertise
where
in
you
that
can
store, right?
send bios and get the gold toolboxes, which is the biggest bottleneck that I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like if you just need one more, like I always need one more of something that is nowhere to be found, like either the toolboxes or maybe one more badge or something that is not in any store. So that is so cool that you can just kind of like stock up on it. I like that little store. What is it? Somebody said the vending machine. Leo told me to wake up. Leo, you know this is how I roll. Come on. This is what you get. I'm a shit show. We all know it. I'm just here to have fun.
You know they false advertise in that store, right?
How do they false advertise?
Yeah.
Watch the rotating banner. One of the things that they have there is one of those plasma bundles. There is no plasma bundle in that store.
Nope.
It is the most annoying thing. Because at first, I tried to like refresh until I got it and it never showed up. And when you click on it, you can see all the stuff that shows up. There is no plasma crate that shows up. But they put it in that graphic.
Yeah.
It
I
kind
noticed
of
that
pissed me
too.
off. Because that's what I would go after. I only care about plasma right now. So the fact that they do that is kind of lame. Not gonna lie, it's kind of lame. I'll show it on screen too.
Yeah.
Oh. Not a lot of love sharing right now for the game, unfortunately.
So I really wanted to make tonight about like, tell me some good things that makes me want to keep playing the game. You know, like I'm
The
serious.
facility we had today.
Yeah, that was fun.
Honestly, it's our state.
That was hella fun today.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even able to go there for the whole thing, but it was super fun.
Yeah, truthfully, like the reason you play is hopefully because you're in a good alliance and you have like a good state. Like that's what keeps you in the game. Otherwise otherwise it's more difficult.
Okay, so tell me about the Miho event then, because apparently, or the Migo event, because apparently I am out of the loop on this thing.
I don't know what the Migo is.
I don't either.
Ego.
The Migo.
What is Migo? I have like nothing in. I don't know what the.
I don't know. Sin's in the chat talking about how it's his favorite thing. He wants to talk about it, and then Leo says he loves it. I was
I
like,
have
somebody's got to
nothing.
know
Is
something
it in like
about
maybe
it.
the? Is it like the older states maybe that we don't have it yet? I don't see it in mine. I have no new store. Go to collections. Okay, hold on.
Hey, Nikki, what's up? Oh,
Not up
damn
yet.
it, Sin. Why would you even tell us that? He's like, it's not up yet. Well, then what are we even talking about it
Oh my
for?
god, really?
I hope it's good.
It's a new event. I was like, okay.
I know. I was like all excited for this. I know-
What the hell is Migo? I
It's-
haven't. Yeah, they're
so
saying it's
Sorry,
like
Venom.
CR.
I fell for the first one to being like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I couldn't go with you on that one.
So-
Because I-
Miko is like the Kamute 2.0, Leo said.
Apparently.
yes.
So that's the one that
yes.
everybody's super excited about. It's going to be like a state event. I think is cool. We've already talked about that. I think last stream we talked about how cool it would be,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't really know a whole lot about it because we're too lazy to get into the PTR. So
I'm actually trying to get into the PTR right now, and that's what's going on.
are you doing it right this second?
Yeah, and it's just broke.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you're-
not. That's
Not
not.
fun.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah, so you're not missing much. I was like, what? Let me just like maybe uninstall and
So
give
your
it the good
settlement is
old-
still broken in the PTR though, right? Like you can't. It's
Yeah,
never
it's
really
been-
fully
it's-
updated.
it's been wonky. Like I've got 3.5 million T11s, and none of them are in the PTR, or I can't build more T11 troops in PTR. It says that I don't have them. I can use them, but I can't build any. I wouldn't really need to build any more troops in the PTR. I mean, 3.5 million is a pretty good amount. But it's just why doesn't this work? So random. There's always something like a little wonky about it.
Yeah, Maz, were you able to get into it? I know we had sent something to you, or was it? It might have been to Nikki or somebody in our RSG alliance. We had talked about trying to get them in.
No, it wasn't me.
It's just it's so much work. Like I can barely keep up with my own
Yeah.
account. Like I don't know that I could get in and play in a PTR, to be honest. So,
I did it with Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah.
And I thought this is the greatest thing ever. And then it was like a chore. It's like, God,
Yeah.
I have to play everything twice and then report on bugs. Forget it.
Well, to be honest, if our PTR for State of Survival was that, I would actually be willing to put some time into it because I feel like it would be actually trying to fix something. But it's not even that. It's basically another server. You're just playing another state because they don't have any kind of reporting. They don't have any tasks that you do. There's no like check off and saying, hey, try this out. Here's this to try this out. We want you to see how this works. There's nothing for you to do like that. Right. I mean, as far as I know, there's no like
Usually
check
what
off.
it is, it's like, hey, everyone in the PTR, go ahead and start telling your friends what's coming. Because, right
Oh.
now there's a PTR every other week. Every other week there's a new like PTR message that's just like, hey, go ahead and log in. And I'm like, I only played like an hour and a half on the old one. There's already a new one, and then it was like, hey, this is their new hero. And his name's Wacko. And it was like, figure it out. It wasn't like, hey, this is like the instructional, like you've got to bind him to another character and then it gets someone else's stats. And it was just like, what? And it was just like, the communication there has been extremely lacking as far as that's concerned. So it's usually, this is a place that you can go ahead and spread what's coming in the game by word of mouth. Spread it as fast as you can. Send as many of these screenshots as you can to everyone so it goes viral in the community. And then we're just going to unleash it on the game.
It sounds like how I learned how to swim. My grandfather just kind of threw me off the side of a boat and said, have fun.
Wait.
As long as he didn't drive off.
He
Yeah,
threw
he
you
did.
off the side of a boat? Like, I've heard this
Yeah.
before, and usually it's into a pool. You're not
No.
usually
This
on
was
the
in the Long
water
Island
already.
Sound.
Oh, Long Island
I
Sound.
mean, water is water. It's fine. I approve.
Yeah, I learned how to swim.
You're still here. You're
Yeah.
still here.
You know how
Next
to
week
swim?
on The Bunker, McVenom throws kids off of a boat. News.
Don't think I haven't thrown some kids
Whee!
off into some water. It works. I mean, you might have to pay for the therapy later, but it does work. They learn how to swim afterwards.
Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
PTR is Baroque.
It's
For
called
me.
PTSD. It's called PTSD.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The gift that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You close your eyes and McVenom is throwing you off a boat for the rest of your time. You go to a bathtub and you see McVenom pushing you into the bathtub.
And that was the last time I didn't clean my plate at dinner.
Oh my
Wah,
god.
wah.
Have you pushed
So-
somebody off a boat because they didn't finish their veggies?
me?
Yeah.
No. Maybe because they like ate the last cookie in the like picnic.
Wait, why did Nikki randomly type herpes?
I don't know. I have no
Whoa.
idea. But I like what she said. She says, I think they just try to make sure things work in the PTR, but they don't care what you think about it. And I kind of honestly sent screenshots to McVenom on Discord for Migo Skins. Thank you so much, Leo. I appreciate that. Someone here is talking about the game, apparently. But yeah, I do think I agree with her. It's like they want to make sure things work. And I really do think that they want to gauge the community's rage. I think they want to see how bad people are going to react, or if they're going to, be upset about one thing or another, or how upset they're going to be. And then based on that reaction from the PTR, then they'll decide whether to adjust it or roll it out. I don't really think they want 100% feedback on the individual aspect, like on how the game works as mechanic wise. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I mean, there had been things that were released in PTR that they either delayed or didn't do when it was like, wow, this is bad. Okay, maybe that was a mistake. Like Red Gear, if it was based off of PTR, would have came about a month ago. And then people were like, no way, that doesn't make any sense. And then the T11 like research was like, I feel like it was twice as long in the PTR. And then they were like, okay, we'll tune this back. So there has been some stuff, but it's been based off of like controlling rage as opposed to like good input.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think it has anything to do with the mechanics as so much as like community, how the community is going to handle some certain things that they're intending to roll out. Now, I have to say though, they do adjust based on that. So whatever that feedback is that they're getting after the PTR, as far as like how we're going to handle something or how we're outraged about it, they do adjust, because I feel like, and I don't know, Leo's probably can tell me for sure, but I do feel like the Red Gear was way more expensive when they had first talked about it.
Yeah, it was a lot more, and it was, I remember with all the stuff that I had at the time, I could get, with all the surplus stuff, I could get one piece max 2 levels and then another piece max 1. And that was a lot. That was, it was a significant amount of gear and alloy and all the other, glue and all the other stuff that you need. It was like, I was nowhere close.
Yeah.
And my backpack is ridiculously full with stuff, with just over stuff.
Actually, I have a question, Delete. How do you check how much of those like alloy and everything you have saved up when you have everything max? Because I haven't been able to check.
Oh, to see it? Yeah. So let's see. I believe. Where was it? When you click into your gear. Gear enhanced.
While he's looking for that, Leo did say the materials were costly. Yes, designs were less, but now designs are more. So that's funny. So the designs were less, but the other materials were more, but they increased the designs that you would need and decreased everything else, or increased the designs and decreased everything else. That's interesting.
Wow. I feel like it used to be in the backpack, but I must have saw it in the old PTR that showed me exactly how much I had.
It says
because right now you can't find it.
Yeah, well, they're saying in chat now that you can't see how much you have. You have to ask customer support. You have to contact customer support to find out.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna make a decree on the stream that devs, I know you're watching, please change that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apex.
That's bad.
Make sure that when you contact them to get an answer, that you rate them 5 stars.
Okay, will do.
Gotcha. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the gear designs, the Migo event, which was not out, so we can't really talk about it, and none of us are on PTR. I need to get somebody on that's on PTR, or Delete Just get on PTR, man. Come on.
I'm
So you
trying.
know
I'm
about this
trying.
stuff.
I'm actually sending my customer service concierge a like, hey, what the F right now?
Yeah. So what I did not appreciate today was logging in for the event, the sunglasses event, and realizing that the skin is now not a permanent skin. You can't get permanent skins. It's a 30-day skin.
Yeah,
What the
that's
F?
no fun. That's no fun. You
Did-
can, if you do everything, you can get 230s and 215s if you buy the pack
Yeah.
and you do the swaps, but that's,
So
that's kind of,
so I bought the pack thinking for some reason I saw that and thought it was a permanent skin. And I was like, oh, I can get the permanent skin if I buy this pack, blah, blah, blah. So I bought the pack and then realized it's a 30-day skin.
yeah. And it was a permanent frame that
Yeah.
you got. And then it was, what else? Oh, and I now have two, so I have two extra permanent March skins that I got from the box, or was that last event? Because I got
That
a
was
March
probably
skin.
last event.
last
That was
event.
last event was the March
Yeah.
skins.
And now I've got two extra permanent March skins that I can't do anything with, of two different types, and then one extra of another.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, and I think the skin itself is actually really cool. The settlement skin is cool looking, but I don't want a 30. I just spent money on it. I expect if I spend money on it, I'm trying to get to the permanent. It kind of that irritates me.
Oh, actually, I have something. Do you guys know anything about the scorpion skin that was circulating around?
That's the Miga skin. So I was showing that earlier.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. So
I want
those
that.
that were saying I need to update my game, I play on my phone, and I was told with very little time before the stream that I needed to stream. So I did not update my game that I share on the computer. So I updated it while we were streaming, and I showed it to everyone. But that is why it was not updated. The game on my phone is updated. So there you go.
Listen, it's it's nobody's fault really.
No, it's
Let's
not.
just-
It's not.
let's just-
Because if I was to place blame on someone, then I would get thrown into the water in Orlando.
Yeah, good. I thought you were about to say something.
Fins on that, like, just playing the old game version, trying to get that hack. Just trying to hack the system.
Leo. No, Leo. We don't do that.
It's I blame Finn.
That's right.
This is the way it is.
That's RSG way. This is the way.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Finn.
Because even if I blame someone else, I should have blamed myself. So then you blame me anyway. So.
I mean, it usually works out a lot better when you do so.
Jeremy.
It does.
Jeremy. He says that the normal HQ event has 3, 7, and 30-day skins too. They should have don't they have permanent skins on the HQ event?
For the top 10. But this one's not based off of
No, you can buy.
tier versus tier.
Isn't there a way with packs and stuff that you can actually get up and unlock the permanent skins?
They've only done that. They've done that twice.
They had to have done it because I have permanent skins and there's no way in hell that I make top 10. So there has
You could have gotten it from events like the Chinese New Year one, where you just have to get lucky.
I've got the Hope skin. Remember the Hope with the bones? That one was a permanent skin you could get by either buying it or like doing some event to unlock it. This skin was introduction of Nico the YouTuber. Yes, so he's in the new. So Finn, that's another thing you haven't seen.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm answering questions on where Nico was born, and I go, because there's a little guy walking around my settlement with a little exclamation mark on his head.
Yeah.
So I click on him, and he asked me a question, and it was just like. It was like New York or Staffordshire, and I just picked New York randomly. And he goes, "Good job. Here you go, some res."
Wait, I picked Staffordshire, and it said, "Good job. You know your stuff."
I think it.
I'm confused now.
That's ridiculous.
Does whatever.
I definitely picked New York. I just said, "Good job." I got one wrong. it asked me when he started streaming, and it said it was wrong. I believe the choices were 2014 or 2016. So I
Oh.
chose 2016, but yeah, that was wrong. So
I
if
see
you
the guy
get
in
that
the red-
question,
Why is there no one with an exclamation mark? I see the guy with the red hoodie, but I don't.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an exclamation mark.
No, look into your building, your head. What
your
is it?
settlement.
No, look in your settlement.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's the new building. What is it called?
Broadcast center.
That's what it is. It's called broadcast. Look
No,
in
I don't
broadcast.
have a broadcast center. So
build
yeah,
your
I could build it.
broadcast. Build it.
Okay, so hold on. Let
Oh.
me build it on the other side over here for symmetry. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Why doesn't it have a red dot? You know what's so frustrating? So there's a new building and it doesn't put a red dot on the build, right? Which is already ridiculous. But then if you go into there's like red dots everywhere now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
If I go into my
Yeah.
like collection in my Intel, there's no red dot anywhere on the screen to tell me why I have a red dot on my collection.
Yeah.
So collection is a red dot. Apparently it's in the new world over here that I have this.
Ted, build it.
But-
Yeah, you got to build it.
Build it, and they will come.
and they will come.
I
I thought I was
know.
finally going to have a chance to, and good job, Venom. I thought I was finally going to have a chance to use some construction speed ups. Because I think I have like over
Not for you,
40,000 in my
Mr.
morale.
Max, the player.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You don't get to use any building speed ups ever again.
I wish I could trade them in for something, anything that I could use.
I wish you could just
Well, when
give
the
them
swap
to
center
your
comes
There
in,
he
you can
is.
trade
Yeah.
10 of them.
Once I built
give
it,
them to your best friend.
the exclamation
That would
mark
be
came.
great.
Okay.
I wish it was like another game where I could just drop it on the ground and you guys can come pick it up.
All right, let's do this. What
Okay.
types of video does Nico or Milana make the most? A, favorite/best of, or B, prank and skit videos?
App videos? Is that what it said?
Prank and
Oh.
skit.
Prank and skit.
Yeah, I'd go prank and skit because everybody likes funny. That's why you watch the stream.
Okay. We are
Nice.
going with prank and skit. Where the hell did he go?
Oh, he's gone forever now. You'll
What
never
the
find
hell?
him.
I didn't answer your question and you ran away. No, he's right here. Why didn't you let me answer the question? Oh, now he
I
just
think
falls down.
If you don't answer it, then you don't get to answer it. Like you got to answer it while it's open.
Apparently,
It's like the ghost rally screen. Once you're
Now I'm
out of
just
it, you're out of
making-
it.
now I'm just making him do flips.
So go to the broadcasting. What is it? Broadcast
Mhm.
station.
Broadcast tower or office.
So go to
Broadcasting
that.
office. Okay.
Jeremy, is that real? Oh my God. I hope that's real.
Go to news. Go in it. Yeah, there we go. So this is the guy. This is what's his name? Nico?
Mhm.
Nico.
Yeah. Now, question I have, Maz, do you think they pulled Nico in there because they got pressure from the female players because we're tired of seeing nothing but female players with their boobs out everywhere?
But did you see when you say change the channel? There's the lady with her boobs
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but it was
This one
at
is
one
Nico,
point
and this one's
only
McVeigh.
her.
Oh.
It was only her.
Did they name this
Now
McVenom?
Oh.
Dude in.
This one should be called McVenom. This is Nico, and that's McVenom.
Finn, when have you ever seen my boobs hanging out like that? Honestly,
Halloween.
we have to
I
bring
wasn't
up
gonna say it.
Halloween.
It's true. You asked.
Finn, that is the one time of the year that a girl can dress up with her boobs out.
I'm
and-
just saying. You asked. So maybe
I was
it's
just
like
watching that. I didn't notice her boobs. I just rewatched that stream for the 8th time
You know
Oh.
what
the other day. I didn't even notice the boobs. I just
It was
rewatched that
ridiculous.
stream.
Julie's just like, wait, she was wearing a costume?
It was pretty bad.
You know what the weird part is though? So there's this camera that's facing where they are, right? And regardless whether it's Nico or McVenom, there's like an old man that shows up in the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
look at the camera that's supposedly taking a video of the person. And even if you switch from Nico to McVenom, whichever one it is, right? So McVenom, Nico, McVenom, Nico, it's still an old man that is in the video.
By the way, that's not Nico. That is delete right there.
Wow. Maybe. Yeah.
That is
no,
a legit Nico, though. That actually looks like Nico.
That is so. I'm about to
This
go
is
play golf right there.
ridiculous.
That's basically how I look when I'm about to go tee it up.
Are you
Hey,
aware
your
that
pizza's here.
Yeah.
Your pizza's here.
So
Well,
I
it
was
says
telling
that.
Finn.
And he has a
I was telling
pizza.
Finn. I clicked on the chick and I wanted to go change the channel back, and I touched her on her boob, and she goes, "Ouch!
Don't poke
Don't touch me!"
Stop
Or
poking
yeah,
me. Yeah, I know. I just
Wait
brought
a
it up
minute.
on
What?
Whoa.
stage.
What?
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
could
that's-
poke her boob.
Yep.
and
Isn't that
made it.
stupid?
And then she goes, "That's not good at all."
You touch her glasses. She says, "Hey there. Anything new?"
And
And
then
then
you
you
call.
poke her in the boob again and
see,
says,
why they do
"That's
that?
not good at all."
I know. It's so
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That is.
I would say.
Then you touch her on the
that-
arm. She says, "Hello, long time no see."
I would say neither one of those two people are going to make it through a zombie apocalypse.
So,
No.
so this is a rule for life. So if you touch a woman on the glasses or the arms, they'll be like, want to talk? And then, boom. Oh, if you click on her arm, she literally said, boom. See, that's what
And
you
this-
want to touch. But if you touch them in an inappropriate place, you get out. Stop poking me. Okay. So state of survival.
Do not try
going
that
farther
in real life.
into life
Actually, I
cycle.
can say
Yeah,
if you do that
kinda,
to
like,
my girlfriend,
get
all you're gonna
maced.
get is a right hook.
Okay,
Yeah.
now to see what Nico
You
does.
Get with
if we-
me.
Okay,
He
so
doesn't do
Nico,
anything.
if you poke him in the chest, says, "Hey, bro." So he's more comfortable with
He
it.
says,
So
bruh,
he says, "Hey,
You
bro."
look good.
bruh.
Hey, bro. Okay,
Bruh.
if you click him on the
Bruh.
Hey, bro.
head, he says, "Hey, here's your pizza." So if you press a guy on the forehead, he will deliver you a pizza. So this is what it's apparently life lessons with Nico and Venom.
Awful.
I mean-
Horrible. Horrible.
But you know what I'm saying? I feel like they added because they were probably like, okay, are we kind of borderline getting a little bit crazy with the females and like, which I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like an uber feminist where, I mean, I am, but I'm not. Like, it doesn't bother me to see girls that are nicely clad and stuff like that in games. It really doesn't bother me. However, if that's all you see and the dudes are just like not, then I'm kind of like, come on, like at least give us something as well. Like, like this is
And they
ridiculous.
give us that guy
Yeah,
in
and
his
then they give
pizza
us
delivery out.
they give us
outfit?
Forrest Gump sitting at the table like that. Come on.
On second
I'm on your
thought,
side in this.
I'm
Give
not
me,
that
like,
guy.
a shirtless Arnold Schwarzenegger or something.
You're not that guy.
You get Rusty. You don't get a shirtless Arnold Schwarzenegger. You get a Rusty.
I
Yeah,
think
you get
Rusty's kind of
ultra-
hot. I'm not even gonna lie. I would date
ultra
Rusty.
dad bod Rusty.
I like dad bods with weird beards, and they look like they should probably be
Got a
on
weird
probation.
beard.
I'm okay with it.
Weird beard.
That's McVenom. That's McVenom now when there's a Rusty around. So there you go.
I do. I like Rusty's are my type. Danny McBride's. That's my kind of dream guy there. I'm good with it.
Wow.
Um.
I like Nicola. He's pretty.
Oh
cute.
yeah, Nicola's hot too. I agree, 100%.
This is happening right now.
Of course it
So-
is.
Mike,
Let's
Mike
look
is
at all the
cute.
characters.
Wait
Okay, that's what
a
we're gonna
second.
do. We're looking
Brooke
at
is
all
my
the
over
favorite.
characters now.
Discord, all
Travis,
over
I like
Discord, you
Travis.
hear guys talking about the different characters and how hot they are, and which ones are FM, the F Mary Kill. But like we talk about it for 2 seconds, which ones are hot, and then it's like a big deal. Come on.
Hey, I don't talk about that because it's inappropriate talk.
Oh, stop.
Wait.
you talking to?
Did you
Like,
notice
you don't
that
know.
Nick? Wait. Did you notice that
I couldn't
Nicola-
keep a straight face.
Nicola
Yeah,
has
but
a
I
wet
really
spot
don't
on
have
his
that.
butt.
What?
Well, yeah, because
Oh my
he's
God,
so
you're
hot.
right.
He
There's like a
legit
dark
has a
portion.
wet spot on his butt. Hi, furry.
Because he's
Thank
so
you
hot.
for $5, furry.
It's a
Hey,
patch.
sweet
It
tits.
is
What's
not
up?
a patch.
It's
That
a
is not a
patch.
Theory is
patch.
in full support
No, that
of
is
Nicola
not a patch.
right there.
That is 100% a wet spot.
Who
Okay,
puts
let me
who
rotate
puts
him
a
around.
patch directly on your ass?
Yeah, I know. And
It's
why?
like when it
I don't
gets to
know,
that
but I
point, you
like
just
that
throw the
patch.
pants
You
away.
try
It's
holding.
basement.
You try holding 50,000 volts at all time and see if you don't sweat down there.
No, it's not. To be honest, it's not a patch. What it is he's so dusty, and that's the only spot that doesn't get dusty.
No,
because
that's a
he
wet
has
spot.
Well-rounded.
Nope, that's a wet spot.
push, and it doesn't get
Nope,
it doesn't get dusty, and his legs
No.
are together.
nope, wet spot.
I'm absolutely fine with him. I'm digging the jumpsuit and everything.
I like the jumpsuit. He has a similar wet spot underneath his pits, so it's definitely a wet spot. He's just sweating in his butt. He
Yeah, I
sweats
guess
from his
so.
armpits and his
Listen,
butt.
Finn,
Finn is
you're
just
pretty.
hating.
There's no need to be jealous over Nicola.
I'm not. I'm pointing out the fact.
Okay.
He has the same coloration under his pits that he does on his butt. So that just means that's where he sweats. That's not
No.
unusual. There's
Okay.
nothing wrong with sweating around your
We're
butt.
way off track here. What were we talking about? My
I don't
goodness.
know. You let me stream. We're never on track when I stream. Why the hell did you let me do this?
I don't know.
This is a bad idea all around.
What
Just-
were we talking about to begin with?
Yeah, see,
The
Furry was
Migo,
completely
whatever.
distracted by Nicola's butt. She's like, I didn't even realize Finn was there. See, that's what happens. You stare at
We're
Nicola's
talking about the
butt.
giant plague zone.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we
yeah.
were.
That-
That's the
And how permanent skins. You can buy
Right.
permanent skins.
Oh yeah, the permanent skins. Oh no, about the sunglasses event. We were talking about the sunglasses event.
terrible event.
Yeah,
3
I
out of
just-
10.
I don't really get what else there is that's like a value with it, except for I really do like it when you have to like throw things at something and you have like the where you have to get Finn, go to your events.
Sorry, I was told to check out the overalls on Eli. He doesn't have the same wet spot. It's definitely a Nicola thing.
On Eli?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna have to get,
my
I'm gonna
Oh.
have to get another
concierge.
drink here.
My concierge got back to me and said the devs are already working on it, so you're just
Okay,
gonna
what
have to
They're
wait
working on what?
for the PTR. And while my PTR is broke,
They're working on it now?
yeah, that's what she said.
How did they know to work on it until you told them?
I think it's
Somebody else must
probably
have told
a
her.
yeah. There's probably like a bigger problem. It's probably not just me.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought yours has been broke for a while though.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that just won't bother to fix. I mean, who am I? You know, why would they help me out?
What are they talking
Yeah.
about? You are delete, damn it.
It used to mean something to this town.
Okay. So question.
You know what we
yeah,
need? You knew what we need, McVenom?
I
We're
need to talk
we're
about
like-
the game for a second.
I know,
Yeah.
but we're like an hour in, right? And so
And we haven't even started.
I know. We haven't discussed like anything. We talked about butts. We'll eventually go through all the character butts, but that's a separate discussion. Actually, we need Grande for that. Just go through all of it. Oh, she knows that we lost her video. She turned it off.
I'm just getting something to drink really quickly. Hold on.
Which is the perfect time
More
because
coffee.
that brings us to our second code of the night. So everyone get ready. The second code of the night. When you need something to drink during the middle of the burger, what you need is Prosecco. That's right. Prosecco is the second code.
I think
PRO
they spelled
S-E-
Prosecco wrong too.
CCO. I think they did too, but
They spelled Prosecco
How
wrong.
do you spell it?
PROSECCO. I think that's correct. No, that's correct.
I think that's incorrect. I don't think that's right.
But it was a double
Prosecco
A.
is spelled PROSECCO.
Yeah.
Is that the code they gave?
PROSECCO, yeah.
Okay, good.
Or exactly what the code is.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
thought it
make
was
sure
two
you
S's
click
for
on
some
your
reason.
profile, then you go and redeem it. PROSECCO. Prosecco. Redeem it. There you go. That's the way you do it. I just showed on stream. There you go. That's how you redeem it.
First code was "Can you hear me now, Jeremy?" 1, 2, 3.
Or you should have been watching with the rest of us, Jeremy. I'm
No,
just throwing that out there.
Jeremy's one of my
Jeremy's-
favorites.
Yeah, I know,
He's
but
the
you know who
OG.
you're telling
Oh,
besides
wow.
Jeremy, right? Everybody else that's late. I'm just throwing that out there. You know, you could like DM him on Discord. There's other ways that you can get a message to Jeremy without saying it on a public stream.
Finn, Don't tell me what to do, Jeremy.
I
Get your
hope it's
code,
still
babe.
valid for you, Jeremy. I hope it's still there.
So we were talking about the sunglasses event, and I wanted you to go into it. Can you pull it up on the stream?
Sin, it's a new hour. Remember, it's a new hour. So she has a new favorite. It's Jeremy. We've been through this, Sin. I apologize. I know you were her favorite
When
at
did
one
we
time.
go through this?
No, we're fine. Never mind. Continue.
I have
Um,
the right to change
what?
my mind anytime I want. I am female. Isn't that right,
That is
Maz?
Right.
that is your right
I
as a
can
woman.
have tea and then I can not want tea. That's how it goes.
You
I
can
feel
put prosecco
tea
in your
now.
tea for whatever you feel.
That's right, Eric.
Would
B.
you
I
call
do what
that
I
a
want.
tea secco?
Tea secco.
Okay, Finn, go into your thing. Go into your
Go into my thing. What?
Go into your castle. Your events.
I'm gonna
Going
make
from
some tea now.
Castle to events. You're throwing me all over the place. I'm in my events.
Fury, I thought Fury was commenting on the fact because Durgan said nerds, as I kind of wear nerd as a badge of courage because nerds are cool. Been cool all my life.
Kind of cool now. Like, I mean, that's fine. All right, Finn, are you in? I can't see what you're seeing, but if you go into
Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna share
Oh,
screen?
I'll show you. All right.
Wait a second. I'll do this. Hold on. Once this.
I can't. It's really hard to talk about it when I can't see it. So.
Oh,
makes
hold
sense.
on. No, we're still live. No, I'm not gonna be able to show it.
Okay.
If I click
So-
OK, OBS is gonna close. So.
Okay, that's fine. So go into the event, and it's the one where you're shooting the zombies.
Shooting the zombies.
Yeah.
You're shooting them.
the thing's this one with the bullet.
Defend the
Yeah,
walled
defend
city.
the walled city. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, click in there. What bothers me about this is because I usually enjoy these because I feel like you get a lot of rewards with them and it's worth the extra money that you spend to it because usually there's plasma and stuff in it, right? They've decreased this down to one extra box, and there's no like I don't see any plasma. Scroll down, Finn, see if there's any plasma in it.
total compared to.
Oh, there is some plasma.
There's
Yeah,
some
you
plasma.
only get 20. In the previous ones, if you just bought the $5 box, you would get, I think, 60.
Are you
And
talking
then
about
if you
the
bought
flat
the
though?
$10 box as well, you'd get an additional like 100.
I'm seeing. Hold on. You're seeing in this one 20?
Then go into the Defend the Walled City. If you click on the box and you haven't purchased it yet, it'll show you the max rewards preview,
there
and
we
you can
go.
scroll through that, and it'll tell you exactly
Okay.
what you get.
Did you always get the extra? Oh no, those are bios. Yeah. There's no plasma bundle. Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah, and there usually is a lot more in there. You could actually buy, I think it is a total of $15 that you would end up spending, but you get a lot of plasma and a lot
And
of
you
extra.
get a lot of other stuff as
Yeah,
well.
you get a lot of
those
extra.
I forget what they're called, the attack decreasers and defense decreasers, which
The
are
buffs.
insanely helpful.
Huge buffs because they're really expensive. You also got more, bios, and so that kind of bugs me. Like, I understand that this event is not like the standard type event that we have like this. This is kind of like one of those in between events, but it's still kind of, I don't know. Like, if you're going to do an event, do an event. I don't know. Am I being stingy? Sometimes I can
No.
get stingy. You can tell me if I'm being stingy.
No, I think this event, I mean, it's not a pure money grab, but it's definitely not worth like the money that it kind of requires because to get a lot of those bullets and stuff, I mean, that's killing a lot of infected. It's killing a lot of infected, and it's going through and getting through a lot of the stuff. I mean, I haven't been playing that much, but I'm only on like level 7, of like the level of like level 22 or whatever to kind of like max it out. So I feel like it's not that great, because a lot of the key things, a lot of the key things that are in there that you used to go for, and used to make a difference aren't really in there. unfortunately.
Yeah.
But then they also released like the survival of the fittest pack, during a time when the survival of the fittest isn't even going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I wondered about that.
There
I
is
was
the
like, what's
ability to exchange the glasses for bullets too. So you can get 450 extra bullets because you can exchange 1 glasses for 5 bullets. So in total, it's 250 extra. So they did add another kind of potential way you could get it, but yeah, that's just open to everyone, so it's not
Yeah.
particularly.
I mean, I bought the pack because it was like, all right, I'll get the defense buff. Kind of, I could use that, get that permanent skin, and go from there, and ditch the Bizarro, Bob Ross frame that I was using for a while.
Bob Ross train.
It was like a red Afro Bob Ross frame.
Oh, let's talk about
Yeah.
the lucky cards thing. How do
Okay.
you guys feel about this? Maz, have
Love
you spent any money on this?
I got a little. Yeah, I did.
feel you
It's
because
so
I feel like Maz,
stupid,
you and I
but
are a little bit alike with this stuff. We like to gamble, like just
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, I was like,
The little
times 2,
changes.
gotta get that plasma. Power of
Right?
times 5. Yeah, that
Oh,
was a
so
little
close.
addicting. I know. Damn it! I was gonna pick that space. Try again, and then they
Yeah.
suck you in by now. You need 25 tickets. Now you need. Yeah. Yeah, they got me on that one.
I've just the game's drop rates have just decreased significantly. And they showed that during the New Year's event where it was like, oh, you need like 450 of these red cards that have a 0.01% chance of getting them off of this box. But you could just buy them if you want. You could just
If you
buy
want.
them if you want.
Yeah. So easy.
They're right here to purchase.
Just
Those
push your
3 extra
fingers.
Just
skins.
save yourself all that time and energy.
Yeah, because there was stories of like, yeah, I opened like 4,000 of those regular boxes, and I got like 5, and it was just like, what?
What was the math on that? It was like for regular boxes, you would need to open like over 100,000 to get enough, like mathematically,
my
to unlock
God.
the skin or the top skin or something.
It was so bad. It was so bad. So it goes to show you. I mean, even like Lucky's, the spin the wheel. In the beginning, it was like, wow, all right, I'll get this character maxed out in no time, sweet. And now it's like, wow, $50 get you 3 shards. This is like, this is awful.
Yeah. So it's so funny story, or I don't know if this is me. I don't know if this is just me, but so I have the older states. I have a very new state. I have my middle state, which is my main state. And just noticing, it feels like the newer states, I am way luckier in things than I am in the older states. And I have a theory that they're doing everything they can to try to like push you forward to the new states. To be honest, I think they're trying to like push people into like moving. I don't know. That's just my theory. But Leo said that everybody's lucky in this event right now. Like everybody got lucky this time around for the lucky card event, and that may be just trying to like maybe calm the masses right now. But I was lucky in it. I mean, I don't know, Maz, did you do well in it when you did it, when you played it?
I was lucky at the beginning, and then later I was not lucky.
You kept rolling that dice, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I do the same. I can't help it. So
Wait, so-
Sin had a very interesting, real quick. Sin had a very interesting comment. He said that he is almost 100% sure that you don't get what it is that you pick as like what you want. So the strategy is to pick something you don't want, and then what you
Garbage.
want
I want that res. Give me that res.
Yeah, give me that res. Oh, damn, I got plasma.
Oh, more plasma. Great.
That sucks.
Lucky just broke my game.
What do you mean?
What?
I clicked on the Lucky video up at the top for the character. The video played upside down, and now my game is funky.
Oh no.
I don't know what
Got
the hell
ya.
is this.
See that?
So
What
not
happened
every.
to your game?
I clicked on the Lucky video. This is the end of the Lucky video. I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know where to. What the? What the hell is going on?
You are giving everyone in your alliance 6 million helps right now.
Apparently. Oh god, I can
You're
permanently
speed
unlock a
healing.
bundle.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. You're gonna open up your bag and everything's gonna either be gone or you're gonna have a shit ton of stuff.
Oh, that would be awful.
Wouldn't
Or
I have
good.
so many bars. What the hell is going? I can get a sharpshooter bundle. There's percentages everywhere. 2,500%, 2,000%, plus 5,000. All there. Permanently unlock the second constructor. I still don't have the second construction guy. Just
I
FYI.
can't even believe that. But now
you
I never even
imagine?
use mine.
Yeah, I don't even need it.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
have
don't
But
have
at the
anything.
beginning, I
Really?
needed it.
In the beginning, it was like, how
Oh
could I
god, who
live
Yeah.
launched
without?
a rally? Oh god, I'm trying to join the rally. Wait, I think I'm in my base.
Nobody did.
Somebody just
Rallying someone?
There's no rally.
my
There's
troops
no
have
rally.
returned. Wait,
I was about to
I
say,
just
do you
earned
need me to
points.
recall?
No,
Maybe
it's
your
loading. Oh my
maybe your
god, it's
game
just
is
loading all my
forecasting the
alerts.
future.
The rally was yours, Apex, for the matriarch. Now it's catching up on all of it because it gave me the 1338 points from the plague zone. Oh, I'm getting all these bullets. Okay, my game is completely bored.
The
Wait,
plague zone
what
we
the
did half
hell
an hour
just
ago?
happened? Wait,
Can you make that bigger, Finn, so we can see it like on
Whoa.
screen?
Maybe.
Oh wow.
The problem is my OBS is like crashing, so if I try to do anything, it will close.
Leo's
Actually,
like, just
I can do
close
that.
and
Hold on.
reopen it. Leo, we don't do that here. We like to make fun
No,
of things
embrace
like this.
it.
Like, that's what we do.
Embrace it. Hold on.
Like,
give me a
and
second. It's
I'm
gonna.
try and make it play.
I will be right back with the stream. Give me 1 second here.
I actually had to shut my game off today. And I was just like, wow, this is broke. That sucks.
Okay, there we
So-
go. Now the game is there. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what the hell is what the hell? Where are those? Okay, now this is like what the?
Possessed.
It's like we're in like it's like a freaking like movie with like insane people. Hold on.
You're gonna have seizures. Stop watching it.
Yeah. Your warning for anybody that's got.
Yeah, hold on.
Funny
let me
but
add it
not
right here.
funny. That's one of those funny but not funny.
Yeah, it's 100% true right now.
You're about to be the person that like they have the disclaimers for.
Pretty much, yeah. That is about to be what's happening here. Hold on, let me try and see if I can fix this here. Okay, so put this here.
Apex, tell me about this bunker. Did it go 2 hours?
It was so
Yeah,
good.
it did.
So good.
What was the strategy? Were you just nonstop attacking for 2 hours, or we?
They were.
Basically, I was taking the bunker in one hit, and then they double rallied me first, and then they lost, and then they sent a triple rally, and they like just barely won. And then
Wow.
after that, they were like triple and quad
Yeah,
rally
quad.
every single time.
I think one was like
Wow.
5 rallies. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it took 5 rallies to knock me out one of the times. I felt very good.
It was between
That's
him and
solid.
Nero just kept kind of like if they needed to take it back or anything like that. Like the last second, what was it? The last minute.
Yeah, it was
They
right
sent
down to the
Nero
wire.
and Apex sent rallies. And it was good.
Yeah.
We thought they were gonna try to time it, but they didn't. It was good.
Okay, there we go.
We had a 2 hour facility today, but it was just literally that 2 hours was 5 attacks back and forth.
I don't know what the hell's
was-
going on. Okay, so it's on the screen now. There's a bunch of letters. I don't know what's going on with those letters. The weird part is some of these letters are scrolling. I don't know if you can see it. Like up and over here, there's scrolling letters that are going just this way. There's also letters behind the builder. I don't know why those are there, but those are there. It's only in part of my base too. I don't know
Very
what.
impressive
power
how well things
outage.
broke in the game.
Yeah. It's just like it. Holy crap! If you click on the headquarters, there's a bunch of letters underneath it. Okay, let's see if we can make.
What's that all about?
I have no clue. Let's see what these letters are. Oh wait, what?
It's-
Oh, hold on.
Nope.
Look at
Uh-oh.
that! You take a screenshot
Leo
of
said
that.
Leo said you have Scorpion rating you from Migo Finn. Leo, I need to get you on one night, dude. Just hop in.
Okay, let's see what these say. Okay, so we have. Oh god, I have like little turrets that are moving on. The turrets on the headquarters are still like moving around, but everything else is gone.
Mimi A said it's total darkness because the state is short of fuses and the dev forgot to pay the state bills.
It is John. John Moran is like it's the Matrix trying to come for you. Finn.
Yeah, those
It
letters,
is.
that's bizarre.
I don't know what the hell is going on. This is so weird. Even when you click on something to get letters, right? It creates a different set of letters for the message.
Bruh, you're a hacker. Letty just called you a
Yeah,
hacker.
that's bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, getting
Tell
getting
you what
called a
that looks
hacker
like.
by the sus woman herself is kind of impressive.
Absolutely true, because Letty is sus as
Mhm.
hell.
I'm trying to
Can't
see if
wait
I
to
can figure
see
out what
Finn
these
do
things are
plasma 8 in
saying.
the morning.
It's like upside down and mirrored. Where the hell are these letters coming from? YHWIF2
See, if you
RRR.
were
Just
spending on
everywhere.
your account, this wouldn't happen, Finn, because you're pure free to play.
I know. I don't get all the
They're
graphics.
just cutting you out.
I know.
You're gonna
I
have
need
to
to spend
recreate a game.
$5 for the second construction builder and the
And all
actual
this-
graphics of the game.
All this goes away. All this goes away
Yeah.
if you spend.
They're saying, come on, give us $5, cheap bastard.
Seriously, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Finn settlement.
Moz. Oh god, Moz. This is why Moz is awesome.
Got my Prosecco now. I'm good.
Okay, let's see. Where else can we go? What's underneath this building? Nothing. The garage gets nothing. The range gets nothing.
So Eric B, while you're doing that, Eric B said they figured out how he learned how we are paired in Showdown and RR.
Well,
That is
Have a good
very
night, Leo.
information.
Night, Leo.
Night, Leo.
later, Leo.
Like,
I mean, I heard like an old explanation a long time ago where it was like based off of gear. You know, it was based off your overall power. You know, like yeah, you know, because that's how Res Raid was done. You know, you basically, if you don't put reserves in there, it takes the score, your total score, and adds it all up and puts you next to the closest
Yeah,
person.
that was old though. That's the old one, right? That's
Yeah.
the old theory.
I haven't heard anything new though, besides that.
I haven't heard anything new either. Is there something different, Eric? Do tell.
Whoa.
Finn
Then
is still tripping out on this swirl.
I went out of my base and into the world, so I'm looking at our alliance.
Finn, you've got something weird up on the screen. It's not your game. You've got
Just
us
doubling it up.
Inception. You've got us Inception as basically.
oh,
Rewatch that movie. I love that movie.
Who
That's a good
doesn't?
Truly
one.
I
do
did
love that
too.
movie.
Okay,
I
there we
love
go.
that
What the hell is... This is trippy as hell. Do you see all the colors right now? And there's just like explosions. There's like a picture of a silo. And then it's... What the hell is going...
Finn's actually seeing events in the future for the game.
I know.
Yeah. Finn,
We're getting
you
like
are-
sneak peeks of everything right now.
Your emulator is basically merging you into the PTR. You're living in two worlds at once right now.
Oh my god, somebody's rally looks like it's on like a... Who's this? A Jeremy. Jeremy had like a rally, like a march returning. Looked like it was a roller coaster. What the hell is going on? It's so weird.
All right.
I
The
kind
group is
of
by
don't want to
Alliance
restart
BP.
this. I don't want to restart this, whatever's going on. Oh, does it
Huh.
change on light mode? Oh. Okay.
Alliance BP. Interesting. No, well, I don't know about that because you know in Showdown we get a bunch of everything. There's new states, old states. It's not, and I doubt the new states are where you know the BP wise where we are for law. And we're facing new states, and it's just like what? And there's always one state that's thrown in the group that gets crushed by everyone, every single showdown. There's always an alliance that basically loses every round.
My screen is pink and purple.
God.
The whole screen is pink and purple until my
It just looks
squad
like-
beat one of the infecteds, and then it went to black and white.
We purged the
But
test.
we had a question. So let's see. Jacob End said he's new. Can you explain the difference between attack and lethality? So from what I understand it, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, lethality is like how much troop health you can destroy, and then attack is just like pure damage, how much damage you inflict. Correct? Lethality is what you kill, how much you can kill.
So this is where like the last definition I heard was attack is the opportunity to do damage, and lethality is the opportunity to do big damage.
Based off of your attack stats.
Exactly. So if your attack's not right and your lethality's maxed, you won't actually, there's
You're not
probably
gonna
a
hit
fine
often.
line there.
You're not going to hit
Exactly,
often,
but
but
when
every
you
time
hit-
you hit, you're going to hit big.
Right. Which
It's crit chance,
Personally,
basically. It's your chance to
you know,
hit
like-
and your chance to crit. That's what it is.
right.
Chance to hit, chance to crit.
Yeah. I mean,
I
that's
like that.
effectively what it is.
I like that more than punchy, shooty, stabby.
I thought it
I
was
don't know.
or attack was like how hard you hit, and then lethality is how much it causes damage to the other side. As I noticed, because before I used to put my chief talents on all attack, and then when I switched to lethality, I noticed the enemy was taking more wounded and lightly wounded.
Well, that's probably because you're doing more damage because you're hitting for more. There's huge multipliers in this game. Lethality definitely does more damage. I remember Delete and Daedric having a conversation about this a while ago, and I think the general thing was that you will do a lot more damage and you'll see like more wounded going down with your lethality. It's just that the attack is needed to some extent to make sure that you actually are able to hit the person. So
Yeah.
So that's probably why you're seeing it, because if your attack was already pretty decent, because from what I've seen, the defense doesn't scale as well as attack. So it's like more for lower HQs. If you're going in for attacks, your attack will make a little bit more of a difference. At higher level, your attack is already so high, and all of your settlements get attack buffs, right? So you build on lethality, you have other things to compensate for the attack, and then you're going to get the hit, so now you're worried just more about getting the big damage, because you're pretty much guaranteed to hit anyways.
I know Daedric. Daedric was always like a bigger believer in lethality
Yeah.
than he was in
But
attack.
if you don't have, or from what I understand it, if you don't have attack stats for the lethality to work over, you won't hit anything. You would hit hard, but you'd never land a hit.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I guess the closer to you are to kind of max, frankly, my stats are based purely in attack. Everything that's gone, but that's only to match up with like the other players in my state. I feel like the game looks for inconsistencies, and if you're not pretty close to the other players in your state, vice versa, it'll look for an inconsistency and it'll capitalize on that. So maybe I should switch it up. Maybe I should put it on lethality and test it out, because what I got right now ain't working. Even though I'm the strongest base in the state by like 2%, maybe, 2 to 4% in overall attack, with everything else exactly matched. Law doesn't win more than they lose, but there's a multitude of reasons for that.
there's a multitude of reasons for that. I don't think that's all based on you and your stats.
Yeah, unfortunately, which is in the beginning, it was like, yeah, no, you'll be fine. As long as you got the strongest player, you're good. Doesn't matter who's underneath you. As long as
Just
you got the
rally
strongest
up, you'll
player.
be fine.
Yeah, you'd be all right. Now it's like,
Pretty much
Nope.
359 right now.
McBitty Prosecco.
Mhm.
Yeah, Nikki, I'm on a Prosecco kick right now. I don't know why. You know how sometimes you just get on a kick with like something that you like to drink? You know that. You know how it is,
You want me
Maz.
to join you, McVenom?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
So you know how it is, Maz. You just get like something that you like for a little while and then you kind of go out of it and you find something else. But right now it's Prosecco. It's the one that gives me the least amount of hangover headache the next morning right now.
I've been on a booze run for about the last 20 years. I'm waiting for that down sweat, that dip.
Waiting to taper
Right,
off a
it's
bit.
Just straight, alcohol, period. If it's got alcohol, I'm into it. Not promoting drinking.
Oh.
Not promoting drinking, but
So, let's see. Okay, what is a good ratio of slashers and shotguns and the others? So, slashers. What? I don't know that
He's talking
term.
about infantry.
Oh,
The two types of
infantry. You mean
infantry, the
like
ones with
shields and
the
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, okay, the different tiers and stuff. I don't know their names.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I don't know. It used to be where you should always use the strongest troop that you got. If you've got T10s, use your T10s. Back in the day, it was like if you were launching a rally of T9s at T10s, the T9s would actually destroy the T10s. I don't think that's the case anymore.
Actually,
I don't think it's been that way for a
you know what?
while.
It was for a while. Okay, so it was always go to your highest, or no, in the beginning it was the top two tiers because they work differently. Then it went always go with your highest. Then it went back to saying, okay, well, T9s might be, just as good. They help with when you're trying to clear out for a rally because they're good as a shield, like a first rally, and if you're timing it. Now they're back to saying plasma, if you have plasma troops available, just go full on, just keep leveling all the way up. But I just saw something on, I can't remember what server it was, where they're talking about like the T9s beating T11s. Have you heard that one?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't buy it.
I mean, you could say that, but I don't believe it. There's no way that I'm launching a rally of T9s versus T11s and being like, yeah, I got this.
I don't think so either. So
Well,
the last thing we heard was always upgraded all the way up. Just go as high as you can.
But let's be honest, just saying T9 can beat T11 doesn't really explain everything, right? Because stats is important. So you could have some. I'll just say it. If you put T9s under Apex, you could probably attack somebody with like two T11 Plasma 5 troops. He might be able to take them out if they're not built correctly. Yeah.
We literally did that.
we did some of that today. So stats are just as important as the T. If you just look at the troop level, you're not getting the full picture. So I don't know if T9 is going to be. Feminist is saying that each tier has a counter tier, but I don't know if they would make T9
counters relative to the same strength, but like not T9 versus T11. I don't think that's an appropriate counter. I mean,
the buffs that you get for being like, oh yeah, shield is going to beat this, don't counteract the fact that the next tier up is a stronger person or stronger troop. So yeah, it should be that way, or it could be that way, but it doesn't work out. It really doesn't at all. You should be at your strongest level, unless you're kind of like, all right, well, like I actually gonna be that person that's like, I actually train T6s for trap and it does more damage. Watch, I'll show you. Just use T6s, and then you like start going on that. Like, who the hell is going to actually do that in the first place? But number two, it's not going to work. It's just going to be kind of a waste of time. You should be, if you have T11s, you should be at T11s. If you've got T10s, you should be at T10s. Daedric probably put it best, like maybe not upgrade them all, just in case your settlement gets hit, because those bonuses might help more in your settlement depending on who you have on your wall and your settlement overall buffs. But I wouldn't do I wouldn't lean on like, hey, this guy's got T11s. Everyone, it's T9 rally. You're gonna get crushed. You're gonna get absolutely crushed.
Yeah, I think the stats and it, like if you've seen this, Sexy Wolf, like if you have the battle report, then put that because that's going to be more telling. I think it's going to be a stat difference more so than anything else. Um, and then the other possibility as well is there might still be a value to having like T10 in tier 11, right? I think T9 doesn't work because T9 and tier 11, I think for most of them are the same like classification of troop, but T10 and tier 11 I think are different ones. And T11 is going to be stronger, so you're still going to want more of those, but you might be able to get away with like 10% of your rally being the other type may be enough. But we need
I can say
better
during
testing.
SVS when I was doing, because I do a lot of solo hits on bases during SVS, like hitting rally joiners and people setting rallies to knock them out. I was using a mix of T10 and T11 infantry, and I found that was actually helping me a bit when I was hitting bases.
Yeah.
What? Say that again. A mix of what?
I was using a mix of T10 infantry and tier 11 infantry, mostly because I was starting to run out at that point, because I kind of killed them really
Gotcha.
fast. But I was finding I was actually taking less wounded and killed when I did that combination, which was a little strange to me, but it worked. So
There used to be something that another alliance was doing to us, and they were basically using lower end troops like T3s in their like rallies or hits against us, that the lower end of troops would just would die off, but their higher end troops would basically be, would the game would like cap the losses, so they would be putting like 3,000 T3s in there along with T10s. The 3,000 T3s would die off and they would only lose like 250 T10s. And the game used to protect itself and say, you're going to lose a certain amount of hours, training hours, whenever you attack someone. But then that was a way around it until the game self-corrected itself, if you will, before it kind of whatever. And here's the other thing I just want to say about the lower end troops being better than the higher end troops. There is no chance that a company, well, there is always a chance of everything, but the chance of a company being like our Ford Pinto beats a Lamborghini in a quarter mile
Bruh.
at a quarter of the price.
Totally
There's just no way.
I got the
Think about what
nitrous
you're
pack
saying.
on it, dude.
Yeah.
Totally good.
Seriously, there's no way that that they're going to go ahead and say like, yeah, because then people aren't going to try and reach max level. The game wants you to go ahead and reach max level. And if it finds out that there's absolutely no reason for you to reach max level because you can beat a max player with T9s, think about that statement. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. There's another fun thing too, is especially if you try to test it in things like SVS, right? We were doing this initially too, having like one of our stronger players, and I still remember like we would ask Nero or Apex or Maz or Pound to like put a single troop in our reinforcement because then you take their stats. But when you go into the battle stuff, it looks ridiculous because you see the player that you're attacking, you see their stat, like their like gear and all of that, but their stats make no sense because they're taking it from somebody that was reinforcing with a single troop. So where you test it is also going to be important as well. If somebody's saying like tier 9 can beat tier 11, there needs to be like you need to look at the battle details. We've talked about this before. They're constantly changing the battle details. They're changing the way that the battles actually like happen, the way that combat works. So any claim that needs like that's made like that they need to show the battle report and the battle details, because that is what's the most indicative of what is happening there, and it'll also help you make sense of what's going on. Because honestly, they changed it so much, it's hard to make sense of it, even like for us when we're going through it and just like discussing what we're seeing. It's hard to make like heads or tails because
So-
they're changing it a lot too.
So this is my biggest, and we've talked about this several times on the stream, like since the beginning. The biggest issue that I've had with the battle mechanics is, well, there's several issues, obviously. I don't want to get on the soapbox, but the transparency, there's no transparency on the battle mechanics themselves, but in the parts that they do give us some kind of description, like, T9s versus this and this troop type versus this troop type, it doesn't really apply. So it doesn't make sense to try to have like any kind of theory crafting and building a composition, because there's no, it's just basically the top tiers win. So there's, what's the point of having a description? Just like I think Jeremy said it in there, they should just take that out. Like, what's the purpose if it doesn't apply to any of the battle mechanics? Or if it does and we don't know about it, if there's some kind of weird trick that we're not familiar with, then tell us. But otherwise, just take that shit out. It doesn't make any sense to have this. And then you have these new players come in, just like, not saying anything wrong with what you're saying, Jacob. And it makes perfect sense to assume that that's the way it would work, but it doesn't. And it's not your fault for assuming that. It's the way the game is designed and the way they describe it. And if you go into barracks, it tells you the breakdown on why one's better than the other against this or that. And it just doesn't work that way. It's like, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's just anytime you're putting out in a rally, you're putting out less than your strongest troops, you're basically doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah. Teddy from Savagery. I need to give a shout out to Echo too. He's my favorite. Echo's in chat. Thank you for watching.
Oh wow, we're changing every half an hour now. Okay.
No, Echo's my favorite.
Sorry,
So-
Jeremy, you only got 30 minutes. My apologies.
Teddy said it's always highest troop tier. You will likely get kicked out of a rally if you send meat shield, because that one doesn't work in new battle mech.
That's
See,
the thing.
like,
There's new battle mechanics and stuff, so it's always changing. So
I mean, yeah, it's constantly changing, and it's like there's never any kind of like, oh, by the way, we've changed this battle mechanic. Try using this or that, or changing a description. It's just like,
Wait, so now you can't have someone just send like a full march infantry to make up for people like me that kill their infantry very fast?
no, you can.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Because when you attack like bunkers and facilities, I'm pretty sure they look at everyone's troops as a whole.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
Yeah.
so you can have
They're
somebody
not
send
all
a
created.
yeah.
They're not all created equal in that regard. Like,
Right.
I've actually had to go back to sending equal of each 3 because I'm the only max account in law, and I have to have enough. I need to be doing enough damage to the opponent, and having like infantry also where I can't be too heavily swayed either or. Like, if I don't have enough hunters and riders in there, I'm not doing enough damage to take out their infantry. Where someone else can go ahead and just put in, 80% infantry and make up for the lack there. But if I don't have my hunters and riders in there at a pretty sufficient level, we're not doing enough damage to really bump anyone out. There were other instances where there was another max player and we were in SBS, and every time I put in 100% infantry, we won. If I didn't put in 100% infantry, then we were losing. So, but I mean, we're talking about 4 to 5 updates ago and 3 updates in between those scenarios. Right now, I'm at equal, but it was weird how the same exact people in a rally, we lost, but when I put 100% infantry in, we won. But there was a time where the game was very, very infantry reliant, and it's not really infantry reliant right now. You need to be closer to say, I mean, I think our best scenarios have been about 65% infantry and 25% hunter and 15% rider.
dude, Ronnie K You're
Yeah.
ballsy, man. He just said in Showdown, I only use infantry. So you remember
That's
that movie
impossible.
In My Van? It's Rush all day, all night, Rush 100%. He's like, only infantry in my formations.
Funny you mentioned Rush. I
You're
just
metal,
watched their
Ronnie.
documentary. I just watched the Rush documentary. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good.
And also
Sad
that
Neil
makes
Peart
me
died.
think of Jersey Shore because I'm like, Ronnie. Oh my God, Ronnie. Yeah, I don't know. Like the whole battle mechanics thing. This is why I wanted to do a stream about like somebody give me like reasons to keep playing State of Survival because I love this game, but it's so frustrating with the battle mechanics because, I'm not a Finn. I'm not a Daedric. I'm not a person that can actually like quickly understand battle mechanics. I have to study like something and really practice it and kind of read it all out to understand battle mechanics. We don't have that. So it's like even Finn, someone like Finn who really understands the mechanics of games instantly can't figure this out.
Well, it's because it does seem like they're changing. That's the thing.
It does. It's like this is so frustrating. Like how can
And-
you get enjoyment playing a game when you don't understand how to play it?
So
I mean-
there's a few things to that, right? There's nothing wrong necessarily with changing it. The thing is that they don't say that the battle mechanics are being changed or balanced. So it happens kind of secretly in a way, and everyone just notices it, right? They don't put enough in the patch notes to give us details about the fact that they're even changing it. Forget, it's not uncommon for gaming companies to not want to kind of give away their quote unquote like secret sauce, right? So people don't know how to manipulate everything. But you can at least say it's been balanced more towards making infantry more reliable in taking damage. And then the next one is it's been balanced more for hunters to be able to be more effective in rallies at equal percentages for damage dealers or whatever it is, right? You could give like a general summary of what the changes are, and that would give a bunch of that would give us a lot of information more so than what we're doing right now, which is literally just noticing, wait, this isn't working the same as it was before, and then having to figure out what the changes are. But even with the testing and trying to figure out exactly what those changes are, we've talked about this before. The PTR is basically being done every time there's a new update coming out, right? And even that, it doesn't, like, deletes isn't even working. I didn't get an email this time. Probably because I missed the last few because every time they had a PTR, I was going on vacation, so that didn't help. But instead of a PTR, they just need to have a existing test realm and just leave it, right? You don't even have to update it at the same time that you update the live client, and it's just a test environment that allows whatever group of players you have to go ahead and just play with no consequence, right? I talked about it last time. Give them 2 accounts, 2 duplicates of their own account. You don't have to give them anything. You don't have to give them any resources, nothing. But the ones that you want to promote the game, give them a test realm with 2 accounts of their own, and you'll be able to test everything on your own. You'll be able to figure out all this stuff, and I'll guarantee you there's a lot of people, me being one of them, that will spend time trying to analyze it if I can set up an equal matchup. That is also one of the biggest problems. Like, even if I wanted to go into the PTR with delete, I can't do any equal testing with delete. delete would wreck me with like a tenth of the troops. So what value is there in that kind of testing? So
Yeah.
it's all just different things that they have to kind of work on to, I think, make it so people can improve I should say the developers can allow for content creators and other people that are trying to get this information. You don't have to provide it. We'll do the legwork in order to do it, but we just need a space in order to try and get it.
I think you said it best. I think there was, in the PTR, it should kind of give you 2. It should give you 2 of your own bases, because the biggest thing with this game is I don't think there will ever be a rally where every
Lost
with
audio.
gear, cheap talents. If there's so much to do, to truly
It's back.
mean.
Finn, you lost the audio.
It's back.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. And that was a pretty good.
Was
Pretty
that
good
a
could
pretty
say it
good
again. It was
comment?
short.
Did you just drop some pearls of wisdom from the mountaintop and we missed
I
it?
just dropped some
Yeah, just say
knowledge.
it again. It was short.
Yeah. So I think the toughest thing about this game. Do we have audio? Can I
Mhm.
get a check?
It's
Check
back.
1 2. Check
Mm-hmm.
check 1 2.
It's back.
1 2.
Check, please.
Check, baby. 1, 2, 3. Do it.
I think the toughest thing about this game is the fact that, in PTR, they should give you two bases. They should give you your base and the exact copy of your base, right? The other thing is, because there's no way to recreate exactly the two exact rallies to go ahead and get something done so you could see it. You can see exactly what works. Does 100% riders beat 100% infantry? Does 100% hunters beat 100% riders? And vice versa, just to kind of keep it going round and round and really truly test everything, to find out exactly what's working or what's not working. I mean, there are also probably a ton of people that don't watch the show and don't take a look at what's going on and probably just sent equal to everything. All right, everybody, join the rally. And
What do you
everyone's
mean?
doing
Like,
equal
there's
people.
probably half of the people playing this game.
Yeah.
To be honest.
More
They're
than
just
half.
I
button
mean,
mashing,
yeah.
send,
Yeah, casual
march,
players.
and how are they doing? Are they like not figuring it out that there's slides there for a reason? Are they sending infantry to trap and being like, damn, you still can't beat this? How's that working out for them?
But they changed that. The infantry to trap thing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does a
Still-
little bit
still
of
not
damage
as
now.
strong. It's still not as strong as doing like 100% rider or 100% hunters, or doing a split. I've been getting the most damage out of 100% hunters more than anything else.
100%? Really?
Mhm.
That's what I do in my own rallies. When I set them, I do 100% hunters, and then I find whoever has the highest stats, and then I'll send 100% riders to them.
Do
and then
not
I find,
tell Nikki that. You were going to get kicked from the Alliance, Apex.
am I not supposed to be
Yeah.
doing that?
But that's
I
part of
told
the
Nikki-
problem. We get conflicting information.
I told Nikki that I was like, hey, do you want to beat this thing or do we just want to keep messing around and making sure that it's all fair? And I'm like, because I was like, when I start a rally, people hunt for my rally. They just go after it. They just like they will cut people. There would be the stained people that just kind of whatever, that kind of join in. And it would just be awful. But I was like, if I join just the strongest people in my alliances rallies, I do a lot more damage. If I'm joining weak people's rallies, it goes from, the difference is me doing 1.4 million as a joiner to doing 400,000. That's the variance between a top player and the bottom player in law. So, if we wanted to beat it, it's like, I've got to join the same people, and Nikki she's not very happy about that.
Well, because she's trying to like get everybody strong. And unfortunately, that doesn't work if you're trying to beat an event. But I kind of see what she's saying in RSG on 359. We are trying to get all of us strong. So
and all of us participating even.
Yes. All of us want to stay participating and all of us want to get stronger together, because we're not really, that's the one thing I love about RSG and 359 is we don't really want to be in the top 10. We don't want to be in the top 10 because it's just.
Well, we do. I liked that.
Oh,
but still,
well, you guys were 11th for a while.
Yeah, which is perfect. I find it perfect, but I do understand that there's other people in the alliance like Maz who deserve to be in the top 5.
Well, no, I don't care, but we have a participation issue, and if we have weak people setting rallies and nobody joins them, we're gonna have nobody left to play with.
Yeah,
I always join based on whoever has the shortest time.
I do too. I just join down the line, even though it's tempting to jump to Apex or somebody else.
I mean,
See, I
truthfully,
joined down the line, but I joined Maz's rally first because Maz always somehow manages to beat me in trap, and I don't know how because I
Because Maz is beast.
Maz
Like,
has
She's
like
because
also-
you,
Not learned this yet? Maz
No,
She's
it's
running
'cause he-
extra. She's running extra
doesn't
rallies
join.
on him too.
she's
No,
like
he
a
doesn't join 'em all.
ninja.
no, it's
Oh, I
not
do.
that. That's partially
He
it.
can't. He can't.
The other
He
thing
can't.
too is that Maz has a crazy number of troops, and Apex keeps on running around and killing his troops.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I like to call Apex? I call him Kyle because he's going around punching drywall, like throwing his troops at anything and everything
Mhm.
all the time when he's angry. Or not even when he's angry, just when he's feeling bored. He just like, here's some troops.
Yeah. That's why my infantry is so much lower than everyone else's, because they
Mhm.
die very fast. But I
Yeah.
have been getting a lot better at doing solo attacks on big bases, which has been helping a ton in SVS. Is I'm able to now like consistently hit plasma twos that have like 900k, 1.1 million troops in and win.
Nice.
Maz, I want to get your perspective as a new, like Maz. I don't know. Did you give an introduction on Maz yet, Finn?
Not into her gaming, no.
Oh my gosh, that's what you're supposed to do with guests.
Yeah, I was getting ready to
Delete,
talk
delete.
about it and stuff. And
How could you let him do that? Not introduce
Oh.
our little Maz.
I've always known Maz to be super cool, so she was already in the super cool club.
we were also
And if
trying
you're
to
on this
discern.
stream, you're automatically into the super cool club for everybody else.
So
We
for
also
you
had to
guys-
separate between the real and the imposter Maz. That took a few minutes. Too.
Oh, that did. So for those of you that don't know Maz, formerly known as Maz Kanata, which I love, she played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. She's played, she plays Tuesday Night Gaming with us, with me and Finn and some others. She does Don't Starve with us. She does marbles. What else do you do, Finn? Oh, Maz, you do D&D with RSG.
Right. Yeah. I do.
Yeah, she's awesome with D&D. And then we wooed her over to State of Survival with us. And she just like immediately, I knew she was going to just like take off, but she just immediately took off. Her and Apex both are just ridiculous with how good they are at this game. Much more knowledge than people that have been playing it for 6 to 8 months.
No,
Um,
he's way better than me.
So
I'm just more violent.
yes.
I want to. I'm just always
You know what's
afraid. I don't know
funny?
what to do.
Maz, the one thing that Maz has, she is violent and no one knows this. Maz is she can be ruthless. She likes to attack, but she's also one of those defenders too. She's gonna help everybody in the alliance before she gets her own kind of thing. So, but Maz, I wanted to ask you, like, what are the things that you like as a new player and a spender? What are the things that you like about this game? Like maybe just a couple of things that you really love about it, and then a couple of things that you wish that they would change.
Well, I think the battle mechanics, if we had more information about that, because I like that. I like the information. So that would be nice if they could give us more information on how everything works. And what do I like about it? I like this. I like our alliance. I kind of worry about, people dropping off and people saying this state's gonna die, and I haven't played that long, so I'm not familiar with the older states or how everything works or anything like that.
That's good. That's just a bunch of drama you don't need.
And sometimes I feel like the game itself isn't really built for sustainability. They're just kind of doing the same things over and over, and they don't care that people are just going to drop off. And I don't see anything new and innovative. But maybe this new thing, Migo or whatever it is, will be cool and awesome. So I'd like to see some new things in the game. And then what I don't like about it, I can't remember. I've
It's the
lost
same
my
stuff
train of
over and
thought.
over again.
Same
Yeah.
stuff we fuss about over and over again, probably.
And the health of the state and the health of the state. I don't know how you address that. So I worry about that. That's all.
That was good, actually. That's kind of sums up what everybody I think is going through right now with it. Finn,
Yeah, I mean,
take over.
sustainability is a big issue, with the game, because it's the game is largely governed by the people in your state. If it's going to be peaceful, it's going to be peaceful. If it's going to be, just nonstop craziness, it's going to be nonstop craziness. I've actually seen it where less rules is probably better, you know, to kind of keep it going. But it also depends on the individuals in your state because if you have more free to play versus spenders, it changes everything. Because spenders kind of do want to spend and they don't mind losing troops. Free to play players, on the other hand, are like, man, I just lost a lot of troops. That's tough. So, really your state makeup really kind of changes your gameplay experience tremendously. Really does. The ability to kind of recreate your base or go to a new state is nice. It's not like you were just no, this is the game you're playing and this is the game you're playing and then that's it. It's like, all right, you can play this game and be like, I don't really feel a connection here. Let me just restart, you know? But the problem is if you're a spender and you
Yeah.
have a big account, you don't want to move it. It's like, why am I going to ditch this when it's whatever? Even if you want to change your gameplay or the way things are, there's no chance to kind of really do that, which is a bit unfair because sustainability is really what keeps it going. So it's like you built this base, but now you're just redoing the same tasks. It's like I've been washing my hair over and over again every 5 minutes for the last year, and it's just like, wow, not much has changed. Like there's no what's next right now for the game. There was a time where SVS wasn't out. So you were like, you always had to look forward to SVS. And it was people were like, I'm gonna quit this game if SVS doesn't come out. And like now SVS is out and it's like, all right, no one's really saying anything else. There's no like, what's the next event? And they keep trying to chop it up with like combinations. Like the event that's going on right now is like it's a combination event. It's sort of like Alliance Throwdown reward screen with Survival of the Fittest action screen combined into one with rewards that don't really equate to either. So, that's not new. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, there should be changes. There should be people need to feel like the difference in your day-to-day activities. Even running dailies after a while is like, all right, I'm on for 15 minutes. I sent my marches out to go farm. I'm going to go play something else now. Because this is in an old state. There's really not much going on. Oh, yeah. Eric B brought up a question or a statement. He goes, when top players abandon their alliance, people will quit because they can't compete anymore. Yes and no, to be quite honest with you, because even if you can't compete in bunkers and facilities, you can still play res rate. You can still do other things. You can still play showdown. You can still kind of whatever. You can still kind of compete in other events, that are equally matched. But
Supposed
you're right.
to be
For your
equally
top,
matched.
yeah, supposed to be. Correct. I mean, it sucks if you're in a smaller alliance and you get matched up in res raid in an absolute buzzsaw. Like if we were going to play S&M, we would completely crush them. Fury's alliance, obviously, we would beat them to smithereens, but that would be their fault. So, because they came up against law. That's an inside joke, and I'm going to pay for that later.
Mm-hmm.
But there are
You're gonna
other
so pay
things
for that.
besides bunker. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to pay for that. There are other things besides bunker and facilities to kind of keep the game going.
The problem also
So
is
it
when
really
the
is
top
depends.
player leaves too, right? Because if you've had that top player and you have been competing for bunkers and facilities, and then that person leaves, you've gotten accustomed to that in the game mode. So even though you may have res raid, now you certainly don't have like aspects of the game that maybe you enjoyed, and I can see that being a problem, right? So
Yeah.
if you've just been used to playing this game for like 2 months and at least being able, not necessarily like winning it, but being able to compete for bunkers and facilities, and then the top player leaves, I can see how that would hurt. And then you just be like, well, I can't do these two game modes anymore. I'm only stuck with Reservoir Raid and Survival of the Fittest. Like, it's just not the same anymore. So, yeah, I mean, I see your point to leap, but I see Eric's point too. Just like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah. I
depends on
mean,
when they
people are
leave.
going to quit, all because someone spends in a game. Our number 2 player in our state quit the game. He just gave his account to, someone else. It was just like, hey, I'm going to pass it down. I can't keep playing anymore. And now it's like a non-spending account. So it's like things like that are going to happen in just about every game. There's no controlling it. Some people spend in the game and they feel like they can leave it. Some people don't. I play right now. My life has just gotten so crazy busy because we're kind of out of quarantine and on the path to like recuperation, at least in my like personal life and business. So life's getting a little bit crazier, and this game can be in a tremendous time suck. You can spend as much time in this game as you want. There's always something that you can do. Whether you want to do it is a different story. So it's tough because especially right now, our bunkers and facilities, whenever I show up in game, we are contested, and today was a facility that took 2 hours. Guaranteed. There's only 5 attacks in 2 hours because we're going to keep it, and then they're going to attack us once to hold it for like a half hour. We're going to attack them, double rally to attack them, so they can hold it for 25 minutes, and then we're going to attack them back. And that's how it went for 2 hours. And it came down to like the last minute, and it was like, if I would have turned around and probably said, all right, strong Oli in this rally, if we probably would have won because of my base being so strong, but we lost because there were a couple players in there that weren't quite plasma, which is a different story altogether. But yeah, but it it used to be more fun, used to be a lot more fun. But right now it's kind of not. It's kind of not, in that regard. It's kind of like, all right,
You're fine.
just buckle in. So
Maz, are we both having cat issues? So while Delete was talking, I went and got my pajamas and got more Prosecco. And I chased Linda out of the room too. Stupid cat.
Maz has a question. Maz, you can ask your question on stream. She like typed her question.
What was her question?
She said, but if the game is cool and interesting and friendly to free to play, won't that keep people in it? The game is partially friendly to free to play. Free to play can play, but unless they're in a decent alliance, they're basically.
Well, I mainly said that to
Right.
Jeremy, who I love, who has amazing information.
He
But
does.
he had said, well, people who are going to quit are going to quit. But I think the game itself has a role in people quitting.
Yes, that is definitely true. And I think you actually said it, Maz. It's like the same events kind of coming back over and over again, right? And needing something new. So that is something they have to make sure they do.
Here is the menace.
It's Finn!
She's a menace. Oh my God.
See what happened?
Aww. Hi, little
Finn,
Finn.
how could you do that?
It's little Finn.
Oh,
Little Finn did not want to stay up there very long.
No.
Do you blame that Finn for everything too?
Oh my
I
God.
would.
She's so awful. Get out. Get out.
Aw.
I love it.
Little Finn is a nuisance.
She
just
was
like Big
beating up
Finn.
the other cat, so I had to get her out.
Yeah. So what were we talking about while I was gone? Anything other than that?
People who are going to quit are going to quit,
Yeah.
and what stops a person from quitting, kind of thing, because is it too much monotony in the game, or like I was saying, my personal experience is right now in law, because of the time constraints I have during the day, I would have to say that like the camaraderie with the squad, is really kind of like the biggest draw to continue playing.
Yeah.
It's not competing for top place in state anymore. That's just not it's just not a big draw. I look at governor as being kind of like, this looks like a pain in the ass. Oh, I gotta wake up at like 2 in the morning so I can go ahead and set the buffs on, or else everyone's gonna be pissed that like the troop training buff doesn't land on the right day, survival of the fittest or whatever. Like that's kind of the pain in the ass of it, of winning governor for rewards that are kind of like meh, and the chance to go ahead and like put a donkey on someone, a debuff, it's kind of like meh, so I don't know. SVS is still cool because it allows me to only lose. I can go nutso and only lose 10% of my troops, and the
I
Yeah.
chance
love
for me to
that.
go nutso happens twice. It happens in Res Raid and it happens in SPS. And it's attacking someone I don't know that's not going to cry to me for the next month and a half.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
another suggestion for SVS too, if that's okay. Um, we talked about making prep stage more valuable, right? I think one of the biggest problems, and uh, let's just be candid about it, it's a regional issue for sure. So not everyone is affected by it, but the start time of SVS is a problem. 5 a.m. on the U.S. East
Oh
Coast,
my
2
gosh.
a.m. for
Yes.
Pacific, every single time. It is
Yes.
not something that works out well. But what I would suggest, in order to give prep stage a bigger advantage, we have that 1 day break. Let the winner of prep stage decide what hour SVS starts.
Oh,
Because
that would be
then,
so huge.
yeah, then whoever wins prep stage, their top alliances can decide, well, we're all on at this time. This is when we're doing it. And the losing state has to then accommodate that. That should be the way it is. And if you're winning state, I think it's still better to have you defend, but you might even give them the option for that, where do you want to defend yours or do you want to attack the other? Because we've talked about that as well as being a downside of winning prep stage. But I think they need to update SVS, and to your point of things becoming stale, they need to update SVS very quickly. We talked about it being a beta now for like 6 months. Like, it needs some of these things to be updated very, very soon, and make it so that SVS is a playable game mode for most people and showing improvements, and it's not just the same thing every single week. Because latest SVS have all been exactly the same and they're all presenting the same problems. We've come up with ideas to help improve it, and we've seen like nothing. It doesn't have to be our ideas, but we've seen nothing to improve SVS. So that's why I mean, that would be another suggestion with prep stage as well. Let them pick the time so it's not 5 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Pacific for every single person. Let the winning prep stage state decide when the battle happens.
No, I think it's a good idea because like I can't stand getting up at 5 a.m.
I
I've done it
don't
the last couple.
anymore.
Yeah, for me it's 2 a.m. It's like,
Ooh.
no.
Torture. And then like, it was like basically in 125, none of the top three alliances really talk that much. And then we have this one chat that is absolutely toxic. It is
Yeah, I bounced out of that chat a long time ago.
it is absolutely awful. Awful.
Mm-hmm.
So we all get together to discuss, all right, here's the plan. All right, so who's gonna take center? And it's always like, we get it. You're asking because you want us to say you, and nobody wants to say you at all. And then it's like, I don't know. I've got 2 kids and a family, and I'm like, I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. to go ahead and just like take a tower and hang out in the tower forever. And then when I wake up at 8 in the morning, they're like, "Thanks for joining." And I'm like, "Really? Did you notice my tower hits that much? Like, get over it. Like, get over it." It just sucks. It has to be that way. I mean, it just has to be that way. But I don't know. There's no reason to not. I play the game to kind of play the game. I don't let the game play me. It's just not. I'm just not there anymore with SOS.
I gotta
So
say
yeah,
they should implement the thing that I've been saying. Like, I'm pretty sure every single time I've been on here, I've said it, but they should have a cross-state kill event. Have it be 2 days that
Yeah,
you can just go over back and forth as much as you want
that'd be cool.
and just beat the ever-living shit out of somebody. Make it like decent rewards, remove the restrictions, and then you could do the SVS thing where you get 10% or only 10% stays permanently dead and you can get the other 90% you kill back.
yeah.
I'm in favor
Just
of
go
that
ham.
over kill event where you have to kill people in your own state. I would prefer
Yeah.
that much more.
See, I like the kill event,
Oh.
but it's like
Of course
you
you
have
do.
to follow state rules when it's in your state.
So
And that's very irritating when people cry to me after I hit them a single time and they didn't take losses. It's like, wow, I really want to hit you multiple times now.
You can hit them 3 times. You're good.
So listen, I completely disagree with what you just said. And the reason why
Which
is
part?
because all of it. So the reason why some states die off is there's 2 reasons. Either you have a way too aggressive state or you have a state that is boring as fuck, basically. You have a state that doesn't have any type of in political fighting, you don't have any type of conflict. Like, who wants to watch a movie or play a game where there is no antagonist, there's no conflict, there's no reason? You're playing a war game and you want to have a reason to not like another alliance or do this. You want to have like an enemy. And if you have a kill event where you can go and kill other states, then or kill other states players, what's going to happen is your state's going to say, oh, we should never have events in the state. That's a completely different game. Then you're playing a different game, because the whole point is rising within your state and then using that conflict to come out of it to become stronger altogether because you're battle hardened and you've done all this political mumbo jumbo 2 years later, and now you're fighting SVS and stuff like that and stronger. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like if you make it too easy within the state where all you're doing is farming, like, what's the point of playing it then? I feel like that gets
Yeah.
people bored and they want to quit just as fast as if you have a state like you have a tyrant that's killing everybody. It's the same thing. I think they're 2 extremes that'll kill a state quick.
I mean, that's a
Yeah, you got to
system
find
we
that.
had. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Apex.
Oh. When I was leading in War and Order, we had that system actually in place. And if anything, it let our realm survive longer. But I think the difference is they were like the cross state events were a lot more frequent than here, where it's once a month you have something. Over there, it was like every other week you would be having some massive battle we'd be preparing for. So everyone was okay with not fighting each other in state as violently because we would be constantly having very tough fights that we'd have to be recovering from or preparing for every other week, basically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you like had 1 week you would have SVS, and then the next week you had Reservoir Raid, and then the week after that you'd have another SVS. It was basically like that. So we were constantly just hammering the shit out of other people that we were like, okay, we can be peaceful for the most part in our own area so we can kind of work together and beat the crap out of these other people that we don't know and we don't like because we don't know them.
Well, I can get that because then you're basically is your state's an alliance at that point, and your war map is other states, is, so it's a kind of a
Yeah.
different concept. I mean, not a different concept, but I know what you're talking about. But we don't have that kind of cadence here. Or the thing is the SVS is not a good enough event because of the times. Not everybody can play it. It's like, that's not equal to us having a chance to get out our aggression in one place,
Yeah.
No, that's the biggest problem with SVS. Like, I love SVS every time I've been able to play it. I'm just not waking up at 5 a.m. to play a game when most of the time I'm just doing it for points. We're doing it like a rally, like every hour. Like, it's just not worth it. Even despite it being a fun game mode, real life things are restricting it, and it's real life things imposed by the game. Right? A lot of the other things in the game we have access to set. The trap, we can figure out what we're going to do trap. Horde, we can figure out when we're going to do horde. Events are 24 hours, so it doesn't matter. You can still figure out when you're going to do it. Like, everything else has like a time period. SVS has like this 6-hour time window that you don't pick. Or sorry, not how much is it? 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
How long is the
Yeah.
SVS? I think it's 8 hours now. Yeah. Yeah, so you have like this 8-hour window that they pick, and every hour matters because it's like a majority stake in order to get it, right? And if you're not there for the first 2 hours, that could be the difference between having the state or not having a state. So it does put a lot of pressure on the spenders to try and be on at a potentially very unreasonable hour.
unreasonable. I like that.
Mhm.
It is an unreasonable hour.
Mhm.
Like, I work Monday through Friday. I don't want to wake up at Saturday mornings at 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's usually why McVenom streams late on the Friday night and doesn't sleep until
Yeah.
yeah starts. It's
Or
easier that way.
Old
Mhm.
Durgan giving me the trick that I always fall for. You should just stay up. I'll stay up with you. We'll hang out. We'll talk. We'll play games.
And then Durgan, I'm getting a little tired here.
Durgan's like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Jerk.
All right. So I guess we can probably start wrapping this up, right? It is 11:15, so.
What? It's only
Yes.
8:15.
Nah.
Wussies.
Maz, this is why I love Maz.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally into wrapping it up.
Yes, always wrap it up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 24 hours is an old state thing. The crazy
Oh
old
yeah.
days.
That sounds terrible.
Oh man, it was bad.
24
I think-
hours?
And
Yeah,
we'd stay up
SBS used
for
to be
24
24
hours online straight.
Yeah, I think Sin had the record for being up. I think he was in 125 anyway. He was up the entire time.
Yeah, it was.
That's horrible.
I remember the like SBS, one of the 24-hour SBSs. I played golf and came back and started playing, and everyone was like, "What the hell? Where'd you go?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, we're losing this thing. All right, let's get back into it." And then that was
24
the first
hours.
time that I found out that the store maxes out. I was 2 hits away from not having any troops left, and I wasn't in law at all. I couldn't buy any more time anymore. Like, basically no more time to heal my troops. I couldn't do it. I had nothing left over, and
McVenom showed mercy.
yeah, basically.
No, McVenom got pissed and was about ready to throw her phone because delete would not go down. And then I found out afterwards that he was like this close to throwing in the towel, and we were
The
one
infighting. The infighting was just destroying the competition. It was crazy. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
It was crazy. It was fun. It
Yeah,
was
but
a great
24
time.
hours was.
I think we're gonna have those kind of fun times on 359 because things are starting to get a little bit
Spicy.
spicy. We got some spiciness going on. I think.
That's
maybe.
just Apex. He's just killing everyone.
Yeah.
No, I think it's getting spicy and other with other alliances and stuff. You know, I think they're
There's a
all
lot of
kind
animosity that's
Yeah.
coming up from things that happened like well before I started playing.
Yes.
And people are asking me questions about it. And it's like, yeah, I started playing in November. You're talking about shit that happened last January. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. I think it's going to get really interesting in the next, I would say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even sooner than maybe.
Probably
That's
sooner than
exciting.
I'd say in the next like week or two.
Ooh.
So that is a perfect transition for our last code of the day as we get ready to sign off on the stream.
Dun, 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 dun.
Our last code for the day. So everyone, this is code number 3. If you want code number 1 or 2, you have to go back and watch the video. I had it up there for a little while. But code number 3 is in fact Apex for Governor. APEX4GOVERNOR. Apex for Governor. All one word is the last code. So head into your profile, go to your settings, click on gift redemption, go ahead and type in the code, which I am doing on screen right now just to show you guys. So Apex for Governor, you click on that, you redeem it, and it'll be in your inbox. Once again, 500
Solid.
biocaps, 1 advanced search map, 1K food, and 1K wood. There you go.
That would be really funny. I'd have no idea what I was doing, and I would refuse to listen to anyone that attempted to help me.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be perfect. That'd be
yeah.
perfect.
That's a
Yeah,
perfect governor.
Exactly.
You're good.
Yeah.
I would give no one
that's what they
buffs, and I
need.
would give everyone only the debuffs that they asked for.
Yeah, if somebody asks for a buff, you give them the counter debuff, just straight up.
It was a
Exactly.
lot. The biggest thing is launching the statewide buffs. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, for
'Cause that
SPS
actually,
and
like,
yeah.
yeah,
I'd probably do
there
that.
are
probably,
ways.
but everything else would just be completely random.
It was like one of the alliances
What
who
is
I will
this?
not name on stream anymore was doing like converting statewide stuff into biocaps for themselves. And that was really messed up because you can see all the actions of the governor, like it tells you exactly what they've done. And it was just like, what the F? It was awful.
Yeah.
But par for the course for them, so not surprising.
Fully expected. All right. I think we're going to call it a night. Unless we have anything else to discuss.
Mm-mm.
My favorite hobby, one more thing. Jeremy said, my favorite hobby in 359 is asking to go for the res buff as some random crazy low headquarter. Still no honor or response so far. Hey,
I don't
Daniel
even know what
T.
this means.
Daniel T's like 1K food and 1 wood. Ballin'. Dude, there's 500 biocaps. And all together with all 3 codes, that's 1,500.
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
the
A lot more
1K
than-
wood and food. McVenom, are you farming right now? So she'll take it
Sure
too. You
is.
see, it all works out.
I hope she is. She says she needs it really bad.
Yeah, I know. She's not. She's gonna go hit somebody.
Hey, it's a lot more than you came in with.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it that way.
Yeah. So
Right
there you
now,
go.
I'm going to go raiding with Apex tomorrow sometime or something.
Apex goes
Farming-
for troops, not
farming
for
bases.
res.
See, this is why we make a great team because he goes for troops, I go for res. He goes to kill the troops, I clean up the res. It's perfect.
I'm trying to start rallying
Like,
more now, just so I
having
have
fun.
more than like 80,000 infantry when SDS comes around.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard for me to solo hit when I only have enough infantry to do like 8,
Yes.
and then I end up doing 30 and trying to supplement my lack of infantry for using a shit ton of riders, which does not work.
Yes.
No.
No, that does not
It is
work.
It used to be when I first came to law, they were professionals at hunting for reserves, and they would only send hunters because hunters don't die as much, and you would still win the rally a lot of times over a smaller base, But that was probably right at the beginning of plasma,
Oh, see, I got
Don't
yelled at
die?
in
What
the
do you-
during SVS because I was sending only hunters and riders to rallies, and everyone's yelling, you're like, why the hell aren't you sending infantry? It's like, yeah, I have 2,500 left, is all of the rest are dead. I killed all of my infantry in literally a 20-minute period in the beginning of SVS.
Kyle,
That's-
bruh.
I evicted
You need to slow
13
down, man.
plasma 2s and then a crap ton of people lower than that.
Look,
So
drink
I
a
was
couple
happy.
waters. Stop taking so many shots. It's a long night.
Nope. Continue doing exactly what you're doing. Apex for governor. That's the third.
Oh.
That's the third code and a way of life. There you go.
Yeah,
Please
Apex.
vote
That's
for me.
very easily. I mean, if
That's
you don't
for
have
sure.
the troops and you still have all your stats, I mean, you just have someone that's joining the rally supplement. You know, if you're sending 100% hunters and riders, then someone's got to send 100% infantry to back you up, and that's easily solved. If they see it any other way and be like, "Yo, who's the top player here?" You know, you're gonna lay it down for some time. You gotta lay it down to people
Did
sometimes.
you just tell him to throw his weight around? Who's the top player?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you gonna come
I
on
think part of
359
it
and
is-
help him?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Have a great night, everybody. You've been all along.
There you go.
thank
ahead,
you guys. Thank you.
Wait, Maz was
no.
saying something. Maz, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead, Maz.
Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
I was just saying part of it is just confidence because me and Apex are newer players. And so somebody says something and then you second guess yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, Delete,
No,
what
I get
Delete
it.
is saying is right also in just having some confidence in your
hmm
fat roster.
Yeah, but Delete's also the
That
one person that will then
roster.
allow people to hit him back to get resources or something if he hits them. So
I literally had a farm just so people could farm, like people that I hit, which is not very many people, could go ahead and get their reserves back.
so
Oh, see, when I hit people and they ask me to help them, I just tell them to pound sand.
I just give everybody the shrug.
Eh,
Eh,
All right.
I don't know. I've just never been. I just have a tough time playing the mean guy. I always have.
He's such a big teddy bear. He can't help it.
mhm.
It's okay. That's why we're friends. I'll be the bitch.
My right hand justice, and Nikki's my left.
That's right. All right. Is that it? I think that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a night, guys. Thanks everyone for joining. We appreciate your support. We will be here again on Friday night. Finn, what is the new format we're doing?
I mentioned
What
it
is it?
earlier. So starting in April, Friday is going to be RSG Zombie Day. So a whole day of zombie stuff, starting with zombie gaming in the morning, some kind of zombie video on YouTube in the afternoon, and then the bunker at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Friday.
Zombified.
Gonna play some like zombie Steam games and stuff.
I'm going to be playing World War Z right now. Is my plan for the
Ooh, I'm so
morning
jealous.
stream.
That's a good game.
I'm so jealous.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see you next Friday. And until then, happy hunting.
Really?
What?
I saw that.
Rock on,
Gas
Alan.
just posted Apex for Governor as the gift code.
Attack them right now. Attack them right
Aerith
now.
is on. Don't attack.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard pass.
Aerith
That's
is on.
so
it.
funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's great.
But it
Nobody
actually
likes
is like a
Apex.
legit code, so for our state it works. So, for somebody that wants people to, never mind. Just okay. We'll end the stream here.
I'm gonna go hit their farms.
Rock on, Alan.
Rock on.